Last we left off, it was something like 5 days of travel from the Pirates Cove to the Sword Coast, and then another couple days travel to where they had an encounter with some ice hunters in the evening, and then encountered what appeared to be like a rocky mountain just kind of jutting up out of the middle of the ocean, and it seemed to be kind of a downward slope dug into this kind of lone island jutting out of the sea, and it seemed to go down. You didn't get much farther than that. For a brief refresher for those that it's been a minute, I guess. Before that, you guys slew a blue dragon in a temple beneath the desert and went and talked to some people at an oasis where you were told that there is a person, particularly a red tiefling called Macath. Did I say that right? Macath, whatever, Macath, the Crimson. Red tiefling. Last known whereabouts, somewhere north in the Sea of Moving Ice, looking for the Drakhorn. And you're kind of up here, both following the goblet and those vague directions, possibly seeking the Drakhorn, because who doesn't want magical objects with, dragon lore attached to them? I sure want some.
I want some more AC.
During those 5 days of travel, Giron was not necessarily into following, the possible just fancy glowing pommel is what he keeps saying y'all should do with this. But during that time, he took some time to do some things, and what are those things?
I have created a set of cuffs for the Mastiff owned by Staff. These cuffs grant it the strength of something at least 5 times its size.
What? Is the Mastiff medium?
It now has the strength of a hill giant.
Wow.
He's pretty small too.
So the meta on that is he has the proper moving speed to keep up with you guys walking, because she's at 25. But now he has the carrying capacity.
Now has 20 strength.
Yeah, he's got a 20 strength.
Yeah. Wow.
But also he has advantage on all strength checks and saving throws. So anything strength related, so athletics, blah blah blah. So he's like the actual mastiff. He's like a bull.
He's a mastiff.
Yeah.
More like Mastiff.
Oh, the pun.
You guys.
I'm not involved anymore.
My best
Yeah.
friends. That's the one. Right there. Alright, so y'all are just kind of chilling, and for ease, there was some messaging going on between Giron and anybody that can receive messages, which is pretty much
Many-handed
everybody.
pouch, everyone's got it.
Yeah, oh yeah, and the many-handed pouch, so through some messaging and some passing back and forth of maps and whatnot, Giron has a really familiar,
It's not on.
there's a light switch
Son of a biscuit.
involved usually.
Yeah.
You
You told me to turn that off.
There we go. It's beautiful.
So, the long and short is through some secret note passing and whatnots, Giron becomes familiar with your guys' location and is able to use the amulet to teleport anybody who wasn't there.
Sorry, Pop.
Just. No.
Poor dog.
Did Garon send us a message or?
So Stoff has message. So maybe she's like, "Hey guys, how about we pass love notes through the many-handed pouch?"
Oh,
And
that's right.
Who's Garon?
so you could literally like send a map. You could send a hand-drawn map through the many-handed pouch and be like, "You are here. We are here."
Okay. Garon's kind of like a magical cyborg kind of thing.
He's
He's a construct.
He's a construct with a soul.
A soul.
No. He's like, so in theory, if like a couple billion or a couple 100 billion robots all just died, except he wasn't one of them, in theory he could be exalted to Primus, and like through faith in Primus, so on and so forth, he would become exalted and ascend into Primeness.
Come on.
But there already is a Primus.
Yeah, but if Primus should die and a bunch of other robots should die, like that's the meta. Is he has a soul and a creator, just like you and I do.
So, we're all together now?
Yes, but you guys can role play that out a little
I
bit.
apologize for my absence, but I am a forged being of many works.
Well, you better apologize. But right now, I think we should all feast on this heroic feast I'm about to prepare. Am I wrong here?
No, I agree.
I agree.
It
We're
seems
not
as
alone.
if you are usurping the role of another, but I will allow you to feast.
Did I get off the boat?
Do you not want to feast,
Whatever
Mr.
happened
Huron?
next when we left off on the boat? You guys were in the
Your
cave.
head over there?
You would have been
I
called
do
up
not
to
eat.
like join them.
Well, oh,
So we're all together.
You were here
guess
last
you don't want to
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
these
but
epic
you all left him on the boat.
feasts.
Someone stayed on the boat, remember?
Yeah, he was on the boat. You don't remember that at all?
You can't or won't.
He won't.
He
I
is
won't.
gonna plead Travis Willingham.
Yes, I'm here.
I'm his second
But
biggest fan.
I will make use of any spirits on your person.
Like
Like, you want some
mineral water
alcohol?
again?
Spirits, alcohol, like, you want a drink?
Preferably mineral spirits.
Something with a high ethanol content.
Dude, I think I have, like, some pure ethanol,
You,
actually.
you got like some Jägermeister.
I have some backwoods whiskey.
Hold
on.
Can I get you where you're going?
I believe that I can filtrate to that.
I have a barrel of absinthe.
Well, that's right.
Do you like that?
I will accept your barrel of absinthe.
Don't-
Well, too bad, Huron.
Don't
Maybe you
give him
shouldn't
the whole
be such an
barrel.
Give him
asshole.
out the barrel.
I hand you
I
a
give
water
you-
skin.
Well, if you give me a cup, I'll fill it up.
I have a water skin. I've got like.
It's like that plank.
Well, like, I feel like it deserves a tankard, though.
I just grab a rock off the ground and hold it in front of you, and it turns into a tankard.
Alright, I pour him some absinthe.
Prestidigitation.
And magical tinkering.
Wow.
Artificers.
It's a cantrip.
It's not even a cantrip, it's just an ability of the class.
Alright.
It's even better than
So I take-
You got the black line pop.
I take 10 minutes to cast Hero Feast.
Alright. And so
And we have to spend an hour to eat.
yeah, so in the time
Yes.
that essentially
Tar approves.
you can yes and this, or you can describe to me, because it takes 10 minutes to cast that.
Takes 10 minutes to prepare the spell.
Yeah.
and then
So what he does is
it takes
he,
an hour for everybody has to eat it.
Yeah,
for,
yeah. Okay,
like,
so
an
what he
hour
does is he's
for
like,
the
hey,
next word.
so everybody's gonna eat my bitch in Hero's Feast.
It is bitchin', let me tell you.
Yeah. So anyway, he lines you all up and like kind of seats you,
A
or
great
rather has
feast
you
including
has you
magnificent
kneel
food and drink.
around like, a
Magnificent.
oval shaped space. And as you kneel, he kind of stands in the middle of you and like kind of blesses you all individually. And then he goes to the head of this oval shaped table, and he also kneels and like says
Cigarettes.
says a blessing. And like while he anointed you, he set down like this jeweled bowl. What else? Is it just a jeweled bowl?
Yeah, just a gem encrusted.
Oh, a gem encrusted bowl.
And the spell comes
And so he does like this, you know, he anoints you all and blesses you all, and then places the bowl in the center of this imaginary table, and then kneels at the end of it and then says grace. And that took about 10 minutes. And there from the stone floor rises a stone table, and somehow a stone tablecloth and a bunch of stoneware, and stone forks and stone knives, and then an extravagant feast. All of your favorite things, including mineral oil spirits and, you know, some gear oil, a little bit of lube, some sort of, you know,
Some whale oil.
yeah, like some sweet whale oil and some other
statue as well.
oh, and like any
So
other
elegant.
other things you might use to imbibe to you know make your
That says the feast is
make
like
your
Fios.
metallic self
It also
sweet
gives you like
sweetly filled.
2d10.
So all your
healing if you
fluids,
need
Giron, all your fluids are topped
I think we're
off. You're you
it.
know.
Nice.
So the idea is after an hour of feasting and
Now
self
don't have
lubricating
to
and
search
whatnot,
for yak urine.
you guys
I think I have some.
I can use my song of rest to heal too.
if anybody needs healing, yeah, you guys.
It's pretty
So
much that deal.
the whole
but
thing is roll your
entire
dice. Tell
party
these guys
skill.
the rest of the
Right.
effects of your awesome thing.
Okay,
So it took you an hour to eat and lubricate and whatnot.
So, anybody who partakes in
Is
this
that, like,
feast,
only for me.
any creature is cured of all diseases and poisons, and becomes immune to poison and being frightened, and makes all wisdom save throws with advantage.
So these notes are probably important.
Okay. So any creature that partaked in the feast
okay.
is cured of all diseases and poison, becomes immune to poison and being frightened, and makes all wisdom save throws with advantage.
Nobody's gonna write this down. That's
I'm
Its hit
writing
points
down.
maximum
I
are
don't
increased
have to
by
worry about it, at least for a
2d10.
couple of these guys.
What's hit points
Wisdom saving throws
maximum?
with advantage.
Yeah, it raises your it's a temporary maximum increase
And I got a
for
great
24
roll
hours.
of 4. So everybody's
So
hit
you
point
have
maximum
4 10
gets
hit
increased by
points.
4.
And that gets used up before
As well as
which
the,
happens.
And you
So
can
it's right at 4 into 10 hit
so can they
points.
be
and they're healed up to that number too.
yeah, so is it
There was a
temporary
cap
maximum
over
or just
there, but-
temporary?
Some cockback
Hit point maximum
possibly,
also increased by 2d10.
stole
You
that
get
Yeah.
shit.
shit.
So
Okay,
we can share,
so-
I suppose.
So for 24 hours
It
you
is-
can
yeah,
even,
24
you can
hours.
even heal up. You girls need a pencil?
No.
I need a
Are you
pencil.
guys sharing? Is
They're all
that
over there.
Sharing scale.
Yeah, we could use another
Well,
pencil.
yeah.
to be
Yeah.
quite honest.
Grab like 5.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna toss me one. Sick.
I want to give you whatever choice you
Nice.
want. Alright.
Do it.
Advantage on wisdom save throws. Nice.
Yeah.
You,
So
you can't be frightened, Euron.
Hmm?
Can't be frightened.
Okay.
For 24 hours.
Remember how last time you were a little scaredy bitch?
Yeah.
He didn't really flee. He just couldn't move forward.
Well,
Yeah.
just even
Yeah.
scared bitch.
I still shot at him.
Yeah, but you know, at
I
disadvantage because
still
you're
fired
frightened.
my rifle.
Yeah, shittily,
minutes.
like, because you're scared.
Oh, dude, it's my
Hiding
heroism.
behind a gnome.
You can do this.
It's cool, bro. It's cool.
Gnomes provide
Respect.
half
Respect.
cover.
Half cover. Not full.
Yeah, you hurt me, didn't you?
Aren't you
I
contractually
did hurt
obligated
you.
not to, like, put your companions in harm's way?
I am contractually obligated to protect my
It's a
companions.
good thing we called in the cavalry for this one.
Okay. Where
it's
are we going
about
now?
this time, Tar, that you hear like a you hear a sound. Make a perception check for me if you would.
I get advantage on wisdom saving throws?
Yeah,
That's not a
it's just a
perception.
perception check. Guys.
I get plus 13 plus 4 plus 5, 22.
22. Yeah, you hear something. I'm
You get
Currently
advantage on that roll.
buying myself some time
It's a wisdom save.
to
though, right?
look that up
It's a
right now.
perception check.
Just a wisdom, right?
Yeah, but it's not a saving throw. It's a skill check.
Yeah, it's still good. That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Similar but different.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
He made her a 22 roll.
I'm looking out. Trying to make sure nothing's sneaking up on us.
So
in
you
the
kind of
cave
hear
entrance.
like a. Does Tar know what rubber is?
I know what tree sap and amber and
Okay.
meat gristle are.
So you kind of hear like
Close.
maybe like a tanned hide being slapped against something like solid, like a
Somebody's
dry,
getting their tie in it.
like no like a yeah like a slappy sound.
Is that like
It's
a tattoo?
faint but getting closer.
It's more like a spanking sound.
It's just Dwight catching up in the back of the pack.
Kind of sorta.
You back.
There's like a base to it. This isn't like somebody's having fun.
I cast Pass Without a Trace, and I warn the party that I hear
a
a hide
slappy
slapping sound.
a slappy sound.
Slappy sound.
Can I hear the sound?
You
Maybe.
carbon-based organisms make these slapping
Perception check?
sounds
Yeah, perception
constantly.
check. It's pretty darn good.
21.
21. You
I'm a
hear slappy
warforged
sound
artist
after
for.
being prompted.
He's like a magical cyborg.
I'm an autistic robot.
Artistic robot.
That's what he said. An artistifer robot.
An autistifer robot.
Artistic robot.
I always thought that's how it was
Since Tar
pronounced.
warned us, do we know which general direction this is coming
We all
from?
have a plus 10 to
It's
stealth
definitely coming
since
from
everybody's
deeper
talking
within the
hallway.
cave.
Yeah, but I get a disadvantage on that.
So then I'm
Not
gonna.
leaving any
So it
footprints.
is now time for everybody to make a perception check because y'all are talking instead of playing it.
18.
Little column A, little column. Do I need to make another one? Or
17.
Yeah, go ahead.
15.
That's this dice?
19.
Yeah, D20.
13.
That's 12.
Plus.
Okay,
your
so anybody who
perception,
rolled 15 or higher is beginning to
not
hear
proficient, so you have no
something.
bonus.
So just
It's
a
like something's coming.
I charge towards
I'm
it
just like,
and say, I'm gonna
super
purge these
average.
heretics.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, with that, everybody roll initiative.
Awesome.
Wow.
I'm super glad I just
Nat
broke level 2
20,
spell.
plus
21.
I got 11.
I got an 11.
16.
16. You guys can
25.
still possibly rock it.
I got a 25.
14.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna have like a surprise round, but maybe you could do like surprise. They're engaged with him and everybody fires from away. I don't know. All right. 25 to 20.
25.
21.
20.
21, 20.
What'd you get?
So that's Roslyn.
16.
I heard
14. And then
I'm 21.
21 Giron.
So you charged it?
And
I
that
charged
was
it in.
Stoff
I
has
cannot.
20.
I'll go up
14.
with
14.
I have
I need a torch,
you.
actually.
Ronnie has
I
20.
have one.
Well, I probably should have a torch out already, right?
I will.
Or we're already in darkness.
Yeah, you're
You're in darkness, yeah.
So can we assume that I had a torch out?
It could be assumed.
Okay.
All right. 20 to 15.
20 to
16.
15.
16. Okay, get Job in there.
You were logged into.
16.
We chilling?
Yeah.
You have plus your initiative, which is like your dex modifier.
Oh.
Okay, 15 to 10.
So 11
Or
plus dex.
Actually,
I got a
that's wrong,
14 in there
'cause-
already. 15 to 10.
No, this is wrong. That should be
10 to 5.
11. So
11.
you got a +2.
+2.
So he's got
13.
Okay. Max
Dexterity 60. What was it? I'm changing this
has
to?
So this is
13.
+2 up here.
Tar.
Not +3.
Had 11.
Which could have been meant as
Is that
a +2,
everybody?
it's just a
I
little
think that's
ambiguous.
everybody. Okay, I just gotta roll for
That's
some people.
Ziggy, come on. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know if that works. No, that's a 12.
Sit.
That's a 20.
Bear
Sit.
stand.
Sit.
That's appropriate.
Wouldn't 16 be a +3?
No, so it's every
Yeah.
2 over 10.
2.
So 10,
Would be
12,
0.
14. No, that is a +3.
Oh,
So you,
this was
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And
And I have your
I don't know.
Bear stand.
I have your infusion, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so you have the +1 AC and the repulsion
Alright, so
ability.
essentially what I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
action.
here, because we had a charge and a stealth,
And he's actually at 14 initiative, if it matters at all.
he's tied with Stoff. He has a 3 dex. What's your dex, Stoff?
Same. They're exact same.
Okay, so I will let you guys
Same
choose
bonus.
between yourselves on each turn. So if he's got something that coincides with it, I'll allow you guys to meta at this moment. But first off, you see at the edge of your torchlight, make a perception check. Because I'm assuming you're looking for what you're charging to.
Hard to listen.
8.
Got him
8?
last week.
Okay.
Since my passive perception is better, would
Yeah,
that like?
see, but you're doing something stupid, which means you're
Yeah.
engaged and looking.
That's true.
Okay, so you see a, we'll call it, compared to you, it's a medium creature, but like compared to a normal human being, it is large.
Okay.
Right?
So it's a pretty big creature.
Because like Tar is considered, compared to you, he's considered medium,
Right.
although he's on the larger side.
Right.
Right? Okay. So you see like a Tar height, including antlers, and like almost Tar's depth. Also like his height in depth. Like it's almost a 10-foot square giant.
Is he like a furbug or furberg or whatever?
No,
What
but
are you, a
you see
furball?
like a giant like
I'm a pit bull.
bluish white frog looking thing.
Okay.
Yeah. You see with an 8 you see 1.
C1.
Yeah, you see 1. And it is large. And you're about 60 feet away, so it's going to take 2 rounds for you to close that distance. If it does not approach you,
Okay.
it'll be half that. That's appropriate. Go ahead and get like 5 more like that ready too.
I got something like that.
Oh,
You okay?
Oh, God.
Grab clabbered paw.
Girl.
Yeah.
all right.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. Moved it right back onto her.
All right. So you're there.
Figured if we're gonna have to fight these guys, I might as well charge in and be the frontline tank.
Yeah.
That and these
It's kinda
abominations
your
are
job.
heretics. They must be abominable.
Is everything a heretic?
Well, especially the mutants, you know. Those are those are
Yeah.
heretics.
His ignorance of geology and ecology and biology was
I just.
it's all good. It's all Jesus.
They're abominations of men.
Oh.
They can't coexist
So they're not.
with
These
a
are.
just,
This is a
righteous
non-humanoid,
world.
dude. This is a non-humanoid.
Exactly. Abomination.
It's like an animal.
Abomination.
Okay.
It's a giant animal. It's a freak animal. It needs to die. It's an 8-foot freak animal.
Do you prep all week or you just do this?
This is natural.
What do you think he does in the car? He's just gotta practice your character.
What happened
Yeah.
to the
Gotta
bumble
get the
there?
voice down, gotta kinda...
All right.
Gotta roll.
Yeah. It's just I can't. You can't like stop and be like, "Hey, Dwight."
No, I'm just.
All right.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Apologize.
Or don't feel sorry for anything.
All right.
Don't tell me what to do.
So Dwight just charged into the distance as most of you, but not all, heard something coming.
You need Joe.
Yeah. Job charged off into the dark with a torch because y'all heard something coming. Most of you heard it. So you have some time to plan amongst yourselves and make a stealth roll because he did do a level
Y'all got a plus
2
10.
spell.
Oh, yes.
Whose initiative is
Are we
that?
like a
It would
Is
be
he-
mine.
This is we're getting to that. I'm gonna allow some meta because they were off at a
Hey.
distance and he's
Get
trying
over
to
here.
close that distance now.
Lay down.
So
Lay down.
this is pre-initiative. I'm just having initiative
Yeah.
rolled because in 2 turns that distance will be closed.
Okay, so. I'm just gonna cast haste on Job.
What's that do?
Your speed is doubled. You gain +2 to AC, advantage on dex saving throws,
Oh.
and you can take an additional action on each of your turns. And the action can only be used to take the attack, dash, disengage,
What's the
hide.
dex? I get what?
Advantage on dex saving throws.
Okay.
So
What's your intelligence, buddy?
Giron, it is your turn. You were able to roll stealth if you
That's
choose.
above average.
I had. So is it my turn
Fine
again? Is that what you're saying? Because I cast haste.
That wasn't your turn. That was like
I'm
the
at 12, so I'm
pre-initiative.
super wise.
Oh,
I was
okay.
giving you guys like a surprise round to either stealth yourself or get yourself ready.
And did
because-
everyone that didn't do a swifty thing roll stealth? Is that what happened?
Well,
Nobody's even rolled stealth yet. I'm going to give you that opportunity. So, super meta, real quick to get our thoughts together since we've had a lot of in and out and stuff going on. Max decided not to participate in this. Y'all heard something coming. He just says, Job attacks again, and goes running down the hallway.
Purge the heretics.
Yeah. Then Rosalind says, this guy, I gotta save his hide again, and so she starts chasing after him. Giron casts haste on him,
Job's very cheap.
and everybody else is like aware of something coming down the hallway. So it is now Giron's turn in combat. So what you see in the distance is his hind end at about 30 feet from you, Rosalind just behind, and about 60 feet from him, so maybe 90 feet. If you have dark vision or the ability to see in dim light, 90 feet, you see a large toad thing.
I see a large toad thing.
Yes.
Do I recognize it? Can I make a...
Intelligence check.
Yeah, 23.
Ice toad. What do you know about ice toads?
What do I know about ice toads?
With a
That's what I was
23
asking you.
identification. Let's see here. Let's see how rare these things are.
Typical.
So you're aware of like different giant toad species in the world, and
targets.
these varieties seem to like the cold and damp of
I
caves.
assume they don't like bullets. I fire twice.
Seems legit.
22 and a nat 20 for a 30.
Yeah.
Do you
And,
want me to confirm that?
Nah, just roll double the dice.
Okay.
Let's have fun.
That's
Just
a
destroy
D12.
this toad.
That's a
Yeah, can you
D12.
enjoy
That's a
it?
D12.
Just splatter toad guts all over the place.
It's 11 plus 2, 13 plus 2, 15 plus 6 twice is 27 damage.
27 damage on
Nice.
one turn. That's pretty darn good. That's like almost
Rogue
rogue
gun.
status.
What's your range?
120 feet.
40, 120. Oh, except I don't take long range penalties, so don't worry about it. Because of a feat that I expended. So.
Because of course.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
and then Fink is going to
Just for fun.
approach.
Somebody knows how to make.
So yeah. With your
How big
with
is
your
so-
and then your second,
bonus action?
it's like through and through, and there's just toad
He's, like, right
like
next to me.
splattered.
Bonus action.
And you see behind that toad, because you're looking down the barrel of a gun, there's another toad. But yeah, that one just, it started out as a small hole in the front, and then as a bigger hole in the front, and with your imagination as a artist, the backside, there's just like a pizza hole.
Alright.
Yeah, it's all blown out in there now.
And
It's
then
disgusting.
Fink's just gonna bite the next one.
Does Fink have haste?
No,
close?
but he has 40 speed.
40 speed?
And he was at the
He's-
same area as Joe.
So he takes off at the same time.
Would he be able to approach from next to Joe to the next guy?
He would be. He would.
5,
So
10, 15.
he would be
That's
like
okay.
20 feet ahead of him. So he would be within 30 feet.
So I'm just gonna use a double move to full
Okay.
approach.
So he closes the gap.
And then
Alright.
I'm done.
Groovy. Yeah. Bronny, it is your turn. So you can move and do your actions and stuff.
How close am I?
Which I guess let me just do this a little bit more to scale.
Yeah.
I want to know how far.
Something a little bit more like that.
Yes. I like that. Alright. So yeah, Bronny, you're about there in the hallway. You got a pretty straight shot right over Fink. You see the remains of an ice toad and an ice toad. And you know for sure that they don't like bullets.
Fireball.
They really don't like bullets.
Fireball. Righteous. Just the standard 3rd level, 6th level, 5th level, 10th level, 9th level.
Let's do
12th
5th level.
I cast an 18th level fireball.
Holy shit.
Do you
It
need
blows up the world.
I'll do spell
more
shaping.
Do you move forward at all, or are you chilling right there?
And
So you know it's safe like right here to just do a fucking fireball. You don't even have to do spell shaping. So no sorcery points expended.
Okay, fine.
Wow.
I mean, I'll just give it to you. You know how to cast a spell. You are level 12.
yeah.
It's like I'm just gonna make sure that I singe Fink's non-existent whiskers because he's a giant metal lizard.
You'll just warm it.
But
It's fine.
we'll just toast the inside of the hallway and make sure everything's nice and crispy back there, just in case.
Tried and true
He's
fireball.
a medium metal lizard.
So, all right, we got that.
Lizard.
So just roll those shiny damages, and I'll make sure that those toads explode. Or actually, I'm gonna try and save because I really want somebody to bleed.
Totally.
I want to bleed.
I mean, it would be fun, right? Maybe it was like put a dent in that shiny fudging helmet of
I mean,
yours.
you know,
Do it.
I run
That's
in
a
first,
sorcerer just
wanting to just like
murdering itself.
bash these heretics. And it's like, man, I'm not even gonna get nothing. Like,
I just need one more.
so
You
dude,
could
I
gut
can't
them
kill
and see what they got.
5 more whats?
I mean,
Gut them and see what they got.
yeah, but I just want to purge them.
Purge them, but you can still gut them that way.
I
The
don't.
Stormcast models are ridiculous.
I'm gonna- Dude, that's how I look though. That's like my dude.
Oh, that's a d20. Okay. You need more 6s?
Our cleric.
War
You did not
cleric.
shatter my
Compared to
my book screen. Ha, ha, ha.
He's up to his knee.
I tower.
almost.
What's my DC?
What is it again?
I think it's
It's
a 17.
This page back
I
here.
guess you could even say that's a little off scale.
Okay.
I'm a little bigger.
Alright, so they have a plus
Yeah, 'cause
0,
you're
so
taller
we've
than
got a
me.
13 fail, 7 fail, 13 fail, 5 fail, 8 fail, 10 fail.
24, 28,
Sounds like they all just failed.
32,
32, Jesus Cristo, okay, 1 down,
32, 33,
2 down, 3 down,
40.
40. Everybody dies. So
Do I
the way
see
the way the
this?
spell describes it is a little something like
Sad face.
a ray of light shoots to within 120 feet of you in a direction that you can see, and a 20-foot radius fireball explodes at the point that you can see. Anything else you'd like to elaborate on that? What level spell was that?
5.
Level 5. And a gigantic explosion takes place in the hall, and there's a bunch of crispy, crunchy, delicious crab legs. No, not crab legs. Frog legs. Just all barbecued right there in their own juices. And
Tora should take some.
Tara's already salivating. I am ready to feast.
I'm
I
bummed
didn't have
out.
to do anything.
Enjoy
We just
your
walk
just
in, there's a
feasted.
barbecue.
Out.
I mean, it's a
You
great
just
day.
feasted.
I'm having a blast.
yeah, so there's just goodness and deliciousness there. It's all burnt up and
I'm
exploded.
gonna try to slide a hand one into the many-handed pouch. You know, save it for later. Whoever wants it, really. But you know,
Yeah.
I know it's there.
You still have haste for a minute.
Oh, and
I do.
I still have pass without a trace, so nobody saw that. I
Yeah.
mean, that's plus 19.
So everybody's just like
It's a 32.
totally
I got a
just
plus
rocking
2,
and rolling.
so-
There's frog legs in the pocket.
That
Yeah.
that was beautiful.
So is this like,
Sorry, I didn't want to waste time.
are we in like a hallway?
You guys are
like-
crushing it.
Going for a dragon here.
Yeah.
I'm not
right?
entirely sure where we are, but everything's dead.
Well done, Bronny. I mean, not over.
I'm actually a little bummed
Just
out.
kinda
I wanted to purge you
slightly
guys.
over medium. You know?
Didn't even get to there.
I rushed up to the corpses and then like,
Pout?
yeah.
It's a good thing
Dude,
they
do
got
you
I
take
like,
a-
I like
do you
give them
take
a
a
little
point of
kick and just
exhaustion
like,
from the spell?
Go on, go lay down.
He has it right now.
Do you
so.
take a point of
and I
exhaustion
kick the corpse.
at the end of the spell?
Hold her over there, she got spooked.
Doesn't look like.
Well,
Okay.
Not that I see.
Poor little baby.
When a
No,
spell
it's
ends,
like
the target
don't
can't.
have
Wait. When the spell ends, the target can't move or take
You wanna go?
actions
Go
until after it's
Okay.
used.
Go on.
As a wave of lethargy.
Stunned.
One of those?
Just
For,
yeah,
for
Stun
a
for
single
a round.
turn.
Yeah.
Stun for a round. That's fine.
lay down.
She see what she
I
hates.
spooked her.
Yeah, she cries if something scares her. So.
Lay down.
So you're
Lay.
fast. You just give me
Lay.
the card back. Like for a minute,
Lay.
you're zippy.
Bummer. I really wanted to smash some of that.
You can still crush them. I mean,
Yeah, I take my
I
hammer
double
and
tap
just
that
like hit
dragon
the
just in
corpse
case.
like real good. And just smash.
You cave a couple
Range
skulls.
smash.
Cave a couple skulls. Feel good. You feel great. All right, you proceed down the hallway. Seems like a monodirectional railroad, if you will.
Yeah, are there any tracks on the ground? Like iron and wooden, you know, just a nice...
Make a survival check.
That's what I get. I was trying to be funny.
You are being railroaded. Wow.
Okay, plus 9. That's 20. No, unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. You do not see a monorail or a dual rail, neither made of metal nor stone. There are no tracks.
I
But
think
you
we should
do
continue this
you
way.
do find some frog droppings and
It smells like shit.
a couple of
They're swampy.
whatever the hell a toad footprint is called. What is a toad footprint called?
An imprint?
Well, yeah, but I mean, is it a webbed?
A pad?
It's like a webbed,
Toad.
a
It's
webbed
definitely
webbed
webbed.
foot.
Toe track.
Toe track.
Webbed track.
It's like there's hoof prints,
It's
right?
That's a toad.
Yeah.
I can tell by its
So it's a webbed
Like-
footprint.
legs.
Yes. Feet prints.
So is the
Distance
ground like
between each
spongy?
jump.
Is it not stone? I thought.
Don't stone, but where there's shit, it's shitty.
Is
Oh.
it fresh?
Shit prints.
Well, we just.
Okay.
Never mind.
In the shape of a footprint. Of a
I'm
frog.
looking this up.
You saw that with your survival. And oddly enough, no, this pathway does not deviate. In fact, it dead ends at a pool of water, approximately the diameter of the hallway that you've been walking.
Does it seem like nasty water, or is it like spring fed, or what are we looking at here?
Make a perception check for smelling the salty sea air.
Still +9. 13.
You smell salty sea water.
We should stay away from this brackish garbage.
It might work to take it off. I don't know.
Salty
It's
sea
okay if
water.
it breaks.
But I didn't. Oh, don't give that to him. He'll break it.
I'm fine.
Why do you want to stay away from this thing so
It
much?
did work.
No, shoot, or
Oh, but you still kind of got to push it inside.
So he just smells seawater.
yeah. Why do you want to stay so much or leave so much?
Oh, I said we should stay away from the water. I
Oh.
was wondering if it was like clean water or if it's nasty,
Oh,
nasty water,
we have water, don't we?
It's ocean water.
which is weird.
I mean, it's the ocean.
Is it weird?
Oh,
Well, I guess we're in an oceanside cave.
yeah. I say we just continue forward.
There's no forward.
Oh, there's no forward?
It dead ends at a pool.
It dead ends at a pool?
There's a lot of certain about it.
I can swim.
Yeah.
I can swim.
We can both swim.
What kind of sea life have I encountered by this point? Any
You've seen
predators?
seals.
Seals are predators.
You've seen.
Dolphins.
You've possibly seen dolphins and whales.
You should turn into a dolphin, caca.
I'm going to jump into the water.
Okay.
And this is the like.
It's cold, but I'm not gonna freeze you all to death.
This is
It's
the only
fucking
way.
cold. It's like below freezing, but it's salt water.
Is it deep?
It's deep.
You should turn into a fish.
How far can you swim, Carlson?
Do you do you V shape or anything like that?
Well, I want to know if someone could go with me. Is my point.
I probably could. Cause
I don't want to
mine's
split the
like-
party too much, but we have 6 people,
I'll go
so
with you.
2 of us might be a good idea.
I cast.
I can cast water walk, and that's 10 willing creatures can water walk.
But you're just
On
gonna
top of water,
walk
then,
into a or you could cast it underwater and probably get to bends.
So wait, it goes into like a tunnel underwater.
We don't know yet. We're trying to go.
It's deep.
She has a
It's
helm
dead.
of water breathing.
Yeah, that's what I said. I
It's
can
Yeah.
not
go.
just a pool of water.
As well
that you
as
can walk over.
I have a robotic elevator, and I can cost. Well, I don't even need to. I don't need to breathe, so I'll go with you.
I'm
And I'll
confused,
go
so the
with you
tunnel
too,
doesn't
'cause I got the
continue
water.
Yeah.
Do we split the party?
after
Just
the
for
water.
a few until we figure out what
When
it
you get back
is.
to the boat.
3 and 3.
3 and 3.
You guys have a message. If we're not back in,
And we
By
have
the
the
time we get to
pouch,
the boat.
the many-handed
Don't
pouch,
want the boat yet.
oh, we have the many-handed
We were
pouch.
gonna
That's
walk
fine.
the boat.
Oh, okay.
and I can.
Just a second to look at something.
It literally takes me an instant to change a blank piece of parchment into whatever type of parchment we need, including a precisely written document.
Yeah.
So if shit hits fan, we can tell them.
So I can't water walk.
No, don't water walk because you're going to be walking on top of the water. We're
Do I
trying to
water
go
elemental or
underwater.
do I dolphin?
But I want to go across the water.
There's nothing across the water.
There is no
You
across.
should
it's a dead
likely
end.
change
Oh, it's just a dead end.
into
You're
a
in, like,
dolphin
But then I have to
hollow
drop it.
stone
in
Yeah,
order to
tube.
conserve your energy.
But
Yeah,
then I
you'd
have
walk
to drop it if
into
we get
stone.
to land.
That's what I was.
For some reason, I thought they used
Yeah,
more
but they
charges
said
to
stone is
elemental
on-
shape.
Yeah.
2 charges, but I
Back
can hold it
is
for
it?
like 4 hours.
We could always take a rest
Although
for
it's
a minute.
useless if we run into anything water type.
I can still do damage.
What's something fast in the water and on land?
A seal.
Druid? A seal?
Based seal.
It's probably got a lot
Seal
of
with
strength.
legs.
Seals probably can't breathe for that long underwater.
They can hold their breath for minutes.
Yeah.
And you guys can hold your breath forever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn into a water
Breath.
elemental. I've got divided by 3, so yeah, 4 hours at this point.
That sounds like fun. Okay, so you turn into a water elemental and you go down about 30 feet and you are able to turn around and see into the kind of tube you just came out of, and you see that this is like possibly like a natural formation of the rock. It's just like a tube that looks like a hole through the rock, and it just goes in kind of the side and out under the water at such an angle that it just kind of the water rises and falls and maybe sweeps through the cave periodically, but it's at such an angle that it just kind of holds the water out at sea level.
Well, I suppose I can just go through that.
Yeah. So, So I mean, you can surface at the ocean, or you can go back through. You're underwater, kind of looking back at where you came from. You see, it's just it's a straight shot through the side of this cave into the ocean.
Should we see what part of the ocean it goes into?
Yeah, we should surface.
Okay.
I point up.
Okay, so you guys go up, and
Up we will go then.
make perception checks.
Up we will go then.
I guess I just kind of look like slightly darker water.
Yeah. And she's breathing underwater,
I
and
got an
I'm
18.
just me. So
Okay, that's sufficient. Just for fun, since they're at a distance, you see about 100 feet away. Make a history, intelligence, or something about what you know check.
do I do that?
Unnatural 20.
Just rising.
Absolutely, you totally can. And you know, but can't say because you're underwater. Can you talk underwater with water breathing?
I don't breathe.
Yeah, but can she talk underwater with water breathing? How does that
I
work?
probably
Yeah,
can.
I mean it's just muffled like talking underwater.
Okay.
It's like the sound waves are just slower. Like it pretty much becomes distended.
Okay.
Like,
All right. So
actually, sound does travel way better underwater
Yeah.
than
It
above
just is-
ground.
grabbled.
And
Yeah.
because she's able to breathe it, then yeah. Well,
Yeah.
in any case,
Anyway.
So yeah, she communicates that she sees some marrow, which I'm going to look up their stats right now.
and surprisingly, I actually only got a 13 there. So
That makes me a sad
Yeah, I rolled a
panda. All right.
int checks are my jam.
So you see about 100 feet away from you a large monstrosity, a weird, ugly-looking amalgamation of humanoid and fish. In this particular case, these marrow are a little more serpentine, like sea snake looking. Although they have scales, like fishy scale skin, it's just not quite that, possibly attractive, fishy tail or, dolphin type tail. It's kind of like a yucky serpentine situation. Their faces are not humanoid. They're still scaled. They have like these gilled cheeks. It's kind of sad, but really toothy maw kind of thing going on.
Oh shit.
Squinted, not like the big bulbous fishy eyes, but like squinted eyes. And you see this from 100 feet because they are large and menacing, and they seem to be heading your direction.
Garon, do you know what a marrow is or what they do?
Have you seen these?
They're like angry mer people. Like you gotta feel for it. With your natural 20, I mean that's like they're. They have spears with them, and they have ugly pointy teeth and clawed hands.
We should probably surface back down.
Should we get the others? Can they? Do we see
You
any
you
land,
have
any way
rounds.
to get out?
You have rounds, and I haven't asked you to roll initiative yet. But you
Yeah,
have rounds where
I'm
you
just
can.
thinking.
You
Do
can
I
make a
notice any
decision.
land around us where the rest of our group could potentially surface if they needed to?
There is ice above, and there is the cave above and kind of behind, because like you went down and out to look back at where you came from, and so there's like, you know, it's like broken ice, but you could probably surface and get on top of some ice, or go back up into the cave and get your friends.
I'd like to take a round's worth to ask Giron if we should return to the group.
Okay.
Should we bring them out here?
While
They might
they
be safe
do
up top.
appear threatening, I believe that we can handle this in another manner. Out of game real quick, can you switch elemental form without expending more uses?
Nope, I'm done. I think.
You only have 2 uses total?
It's 2 uses per rest.
Yeah, so if we take a short rest, I can. But I can do a lot as I get 48 to hit him if I need to hit him. Caca.
So it's about they're approaching, and they are about 70 feet from you right now. And they're like, as they're getting closer, you see that there are 4 of them. 2 are carrying.
Do you speak Aquan as a water elemental?
So these guys, according to this, speak Aquan. Damn.
I do.
You should tell them that we are only here to explore.
That might be best.
I'm going to tell these ugly merfolk. We are here to explore.
God
We mean you no harm.
damn. I didn't know you spoke whale.
Neither did I.
Make a persuasion check.
Is persuasion a charisma? Ooh, what's my
Charisma, yeah. Yeah, they
Oh,
don't have.
charisma's a mental. Okay, I got a +1 to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just make it good, man.
Okay. Is 7 good?
It tied with his roll to resist.
I mean, that's up to you, buddy.
Yeah.
God, what do I do with this? Like, I mean,
That's entirely up to Mr.
Is it up to the
talk to a fish person?
I don't even know I spoke this until.
What are you doing here?
Cool.
We're looking for an ancient dragon.
The dragon is not here.
I don't know what we're doing here. Or
I do believe that I have several pounds of sapphires that I could bribe him with. Tell him that.
We're not here for
we
your
come there and
gems.
give. He doesn't want your gifts.
We want meat.
Do you speak
Oh,
common?
I just start kind of sloughing dragon meat out of.
Abyssal. I couldn't meta on the gems. I apologize for that.
I don't want to give him the gems. I start sloughing dragon meat into the ocean. Because we have.
They grab
lots.
it up hungrily. Make another persuasion check with advantage.
I like advantage. That kind of helps me usually. Lucky dice.
Cocked?
Cocked die. Yeah. Okay, would you believe that was worse? 13.
13. It's above average. And I'm not even
It's
gonna have
better
him
than
roll to
7.
resist. So you can dialogue through like now it's gonna be like Chubby Bunny voice, because it's just full of dragon meat. The cheeks, and like there's like blood and particulate coming out of the gills now. You thought they were ugly before; they're even more ugly now. But
I ask,
I'll give you 3 questions.
have you not heard of a frost dragon in this area? Within some miles of here? Why did you... Oh, well, here goes my second question. Why did you lie to me before and tell me you hadn't? Oh, because now he has
He's
dragon.
not here. lives in a glacier. A glacier travels. The sea of ice.
Where was the last place you've seen this glacier?
Kind of vaguely points like still.
I'm a cartographer. I can follow a point.
So it's like vaguely northwest from where you're at here.
Further
And,
north, of
So
course
you're
it is.
you're underwater. You hear the icebreaker starting to like break through the ice as the ice sheets are shifting above
What's
you.
an icebreaker?
The ship.
The ship.
Oh, the ship. I'm like, oh, that's a
The ship like
menacing.
60 feet above you.
Oh, that's our ship.
Yeah. So the ice is starting to shift around like this cave, and like you feel the current. Like there's kind of a swirl around.
Should we get the
We
party
should
now?
So I'm just gonna go ahead and tie a rope around Rosalind and around myself. And
It's
then,
not like a whirlpool. It's like as
Oh no.
you're just.
And then tie it to Fink, and he swims to the surface, and we're gonna get drug up.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I didn't do nothing.
Make a
Tara's going to
strength
go
check
back
for Fink.
I didn't choose
Yeah.
this.
What?
Make a strength check for Fink. He's dragging two
buoyancy
people,
and you're in-
not just
Yeah.
one.
I have enough rope that realistically it could be one person
Well, my
at a
miss
time,
rolls light.
but
You could resist his grapple.
You
My
could.
miss rolls light armor anyway.
Yeah, you
Resist
can
his
resist the grapple. You don't have to go.
17.
20.
No, the 17 was to. Do you want me to?
He,
If you don't want to get tied up, then I don't give a fuck. Like
Yeah,
you.
she doesn't wanna get tied up,
You're
and
leaving
she-
Okay.
Tar.
So Fink got a 17 to drag me
And
up.
the rest of our party.
They're not on the boat yet.
Neither am I.
You're about to be.
That's.
okay, so yeah,
Tar
you and
heads back
Fink, you
through
and
the
Fink
hole.
break surface. So you're.
It's so that I can have a piece of parchment not turn into fucking pulp when I put it in the pouch. I'm underwater.
What parchment?
To communicate with them?
Did you ask a third question?
Whatever.
No, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I asked where the
Okay.
direction was.
So yeah, they finish their treat and like leave you be.
I
Since you
followed
said you were
Tar
sick.
down into the cave.
So you want to go back up into the cave that you came from.
Yeah, hoping
Okay.
to catch up with them.
All right.
Well, I mean, they're just at the top of the pond.
So you break surface, and I mean, realistically, you could like spider climb Fink and just like get up onto the boat. Drip try.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'll just toss a grappling hook. I don't
Okay,
need to
yeah.
use a spell.
Yeah. That's the thing that it's like I obnoxiously crossed this path with my lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I get to the boat, but like
Okay. Cool.
I probably like write up a message and put it in the pouch, and then it's just like a middle finger sticking back out. You know?
Yeah. That's about like your party.
Do I notice the middle finger and I can punch it?
Yeah, did anyone even look in the pouch? Because otherwise it's kind of moot. Like, I just put a bunch of frog legs in the pouch and nobody noticed. So.
Oh, I noticed. They're not in there. Like, it's a 1 cubic foot pouch. Like,
And I
how many
frog
giant
legs.
frog legs can?
How many giant frog legs?
I thought you put them in the food pouch. The mini
No, I
pocketed
snuck them into the.
the mini pocketed pouch is 1 cubic foot. Essentially, what you did is you like stuck a frog leg in and then it like popped out of somebody else's pocket.
Yes.
Like in theory, if you grabbed 7 legs, you potentially could have
Not
like
7. No, I said like 1 or 2.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
in theory, if you grabbed 7, you could have like just plopped them out of everybody's pouch that was here earlier.
I mean,
And not brain.
1 or 2.
Got frogged.
In case anybody's hungry later. I'm just looking out for you guys. You know?
I like how you
Like a
gave him
bunch of
dragon
sad
meat
puppets.
instead of frog meat.
We have so much
So do I
dragon
notice
meat.
him
You
put
crammed
the middle finger up and I try
You
to
crammed
punch
the
it?
whole
Like everything useful from the dragon. Yeah.
all of it.
Perception roll.
So I surface and explain to the party that we fed some merfolk some dragon meat. And we need to leave because the ship is now cracking this glacier that you are under.
So it's like a mountain.
Oh.
Like you were like kind of towards the top, and there was like a hole through and through it. That's
Well,
all.
The icebreaker is still cracking ice ahead of this location, so we need to move.
It's kind of shifting with the tide, or whatever. The ocean is moving a little bit around you.
So let's go.
It's a
Take a
short
nice little
swim.
walk. No, it's a short little walk, just up,
Yeah,
right
it's
out
not
of the
far.
cave. Like you kind of,
Literally 30 feet down.
and you left a boat, a skiff.
Well, I guess we should take the skiff. The merfolk said we should go north if we want to locate the
Northwest.
glacier. Northwest. I would know that.
Yeah.
That the dragon may reside within.
Down.
Similar to this glacier that I guess we're on. But
Different.
You recognize it's like a large
A
piece of
landmass.
stone. It's like a random lonely mountain, but it's under the ocean with the point sticking out.
Alright. So we go back to the boat and row our way to the other boat.
I mean, I'm still a water elemental, so I'm just going to push the boat.
You get there fast.
Yeah. Double
Find
speed.
Giron and Fink up there. And
So
the
helpful
captain
he is.
says, "Make way while the tide shifts." And the sails unfurl and you guys start going north.
I thought it was a frost skimmer.
It is the frost skimmer, but it's also an icebreaker. Because it breaks ice. It sails the moving sea. The sea of shifting ice.
Well, I break ice sometimes. The icebreaker.
So I just check
You're the
the
best.
goblet or the goblet and see if it's getting brighter or not.
It's the same, but it's heading north.
Okay.
You have a short ways to travel.
Okay.
You could if you want to take a short rest, but essentially, who is going to assist with the navigation of this?
That should be you.
I'm a navigator.
You're
Do I know navigation?
I'd like to pray for our safety of the
You
navigation.
have like photographic memory of everywhere that you've
Yeah,
been.
navigation.
Cartography.
So it'd be like perception. It's you're looking out to. You're specifically looking for a large glacier. So something that is not a landmass.
24.
24? And you see the legendary glacier, Oyavagaten.
Whoa.
And
Not a name.
yeah,
That's a mouthful.
yeah. Well,
Oyavagaten.
old White Death lives
Don't fuck it up.
in a cave that
Cave Death
Old White
Mouse.
Death dug into the center of Oyavagaten. About 100 feet up, you see an icy plateau populated by like seal hide and whale hide tents. There's a number of them, and that's what you can see with the 24. That's pretty darn good.
So we're heading the right direction. And I'm still a water elemental.
Do it! Everybody hates you anyway, Job.
It probably doesn't.
Jesus saved you with your super high AC.
Woo!
Praise him.
I couldn't even hit myself.
The helmet saved you.
My AC is so high I couldn't even hit myself.
I probably couldn't.
Alright.
Like it would take some effort for me to do it.
So,
Um,
also with your awesome perception roll, you know that it's going to take, you could hop out of the boat now and walk for an hour, or you could stay on the boat and boat for probably like another day, because the ice is so thick leading up to this
Should
frozen.
we just get everything ready
Island.
for a day?
I vote for the former.
Yeah, let's just jump off the boat.
What about a short rest? Because
Yeah,
you
you
need to be
need
able to
the short
transfer.
rest.
Alright, the meta. We should take short rest. And then jump off the boat.
Oh, so
Because
he
I
can
need
do
to
his
regain
elemental
my-
shit.
Alright, so
Wait, don't.
during a short rest, anybody need to like heal or prepare some spells or change some spells or anything like that? This is the time to do so. If you need to attune to a magical item or investigate any found loot that you like, this is a moment to take a break.
I'm gonna take a moment to read an hour of that book.
Okay, and how long are you gonna have left?
27.
27.
Because I have the ability to write cantrip for the job, I can change a cantrip during a short rest. So I'm gonna grab Firebolt and drop Prestidigitation.
It's a fantastic cantrip, and I hate you.
It seems useful.
Yeah, you know, especially when meta hordes and hordes of gold coins and gems and stuff are frozen in ice,
I have produced flame.
and he has Firebolt,
I have Sacred Flame.
and that will like warm someone's cup of tea or their heart because it's radiant damage.
radiant.
Yeah,
damage.
radiant damage. Tell me about the
Is
fire.
that a cantrip?
Yes.
I could use some tea.
Now, out of game, should we take a quick break before?
Oh yeah,
going
this
in?
is like, okay, you have spotted the monster island. This is like the village that pays tribute to the old white death, the stupid ice monkeys that worship the torment of the seas. Let me see if I actually know the name of the actual dragon so that I can stop calling it the old white death.
I like the old white death.
That is a name of it.
Can I say phrasing?
So how much do you know about the Gear Wars?
Not again. Not again, Gearhead. We talked about this. The Gear Wars were long and amazing.
Nobody cares about the Gear Wars.
Yeah, there you go.
What many people misconstrue about the Gear Wars is the Gear Wars weren't really about the gears.
So I start strutting across the ice towards the glacier.
I follow
Yeah.
suit.
Yep.
So you going stealthily or?
I cast Pass Without a Trace.
Seeing him go, I'm gonna stealth behind him.
I will.
Okay, everybody make a stealth roll and add 10. You have disadvantage, but you still get to add 10.
Oh, big guy.
Oof.
Like who?
I got a 12.
Wow. 30.
Could somebody wash this die for me?
28.
I don't really need it anymore.
29.
Throw it in the trash.
Plus
Throw it over here.
10,
What's
so
wrong with it?
30.
It's garbage.
24,
24?
which means I rolled a 5.
39.
I rolled 2.
I got a
Well,
28.
12.
If you could just wash that, maybe purge it in
Did you,
some holy
did
water.
you add plus 10?
Dump it in some vodka, kind of chair.
Oh, dude, it's
Did you add
20.
plus 10?
All anointed with some whiskey.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, just let her hang. A dirty little.
Yeah, good thing whiskey is like.
Tastes like epithelials.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right?
20 or
Sorry.
37.
The skin from the tips of your fingers.
I'm pretty clean today.
It's the kind of stuff you leave at a crime scene,
My
Like,
nails are almost clean.
you know.
right
or like in the weaves of a rope that you use as a garrote.
Are we gonna continue the game?
Someone take that from me.
Epithelials.
Take
I
that
have
away.
committed numerous
I don't even know how I got it.
Down the shirt. What?
The
Oh,
name
I have a
of the
shot.
law.
He hasn't
Give it a
even-
shot.
He hasn't even shot
Yes,
it.
he has.
I've shot it
Yes, he
once at
has.
Tom
Oh, Tom did start it.
and twice at Tom. Oh, I missed.
Okay.
Bye.
All right.
It's gone.
And you proceed with stealth. For some reason, the giant, shiny, armored man, no matter his placement in your marching order, just kind of sticks out.
Weird.
Dang it.
I'm assuming I noticed this and I stopped trying to move stealthily.
Well, you're still hundreds of feet away,
Yeah.
and you're nearly. Actually, at this distance, you see that you're like
We can hit that.
vertically, it's like 100-foot climb to this plateau, and the glacier sticks up out of the water even further. It's no longer pointed
You
as
know what? Nothing.
you know that glaciers like
Oh.
come and go and float away and melt and whatnot, but
We give him more
this
time.
glacier is legendary to those that know about it. It's a well-known, little-known, and with your Asperger's, I'm sure you know about it.
Job, I'm unsure if I've told you. I have committed numerous atrocities in the name of contractual obligations.
He's just doing his job as far as I'm concerned.
You're
He's
not
just
looking.
doing his.
You're not looking.
Yeah, we're all walking.
Where?
Yeah.
Walking and stealthing.
I thought
Well,
you passed without a trace.
For your heresies, I would kill you. However, I think Jesus put me through.
So maybe you guys are stealthing in there, falling behind.
Jesus has made me cross your path for a reason. So I hold back.
Perhaps he has. Perhaps the vision you have of your God is not that which I have seen in person.
I mean, the God. But yeah.
You would look in wonder if you were able to perceive Primus for even one of your seconds.
I mean, even if he existed, he wouldn't compare to my God, you know? It's like the Gear Wars to a nut. It's not comparable, you know?
My God is the reason that your God exists.
False, but I wouldn't expect like a
Have you
gearhead like
heard
you
of
to
the trials of Mephistopheles?
understand. Have you heard of the trials of Jesus?
Do you understand the trials of Asmodeus?
I don't understand anything about you, Gearface.
Then I do not think that I can explain the nature of your own God to you.
Cool. I'll have you know, Gearface. You're a jerk.
I do move
And your
quite
heresy
smoothly.
will be accounted for one of these days. Mark my words. Mark them.
Just for giggles anyway, roll additional stealth checks. Giron and Job, please.
Not one.
Okay.
Oh, 19 after my original 30.
Are you within 30 feet of Tar, you think?
Oh, certainly.
Okay. So they're just walking and talking, and you guys are stealthing along, and you guys are practically invisible, and
I saw that he was incredibly visible and figured that,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'd go and hang
fly
hang
and
out
talking
by
donkey.
him.
Be a big jerk.
And yeah, how are you doing, Brony? How's your stealth?
Is it 28?
20. Yeah, you're doing just fine. So you're keeping up with them, and the shiny metal men are behind you. And yeah, all right, cool. Alrighty. So you have.
these two fuckers.
Yeah, so you have about an hour of walking to do. At half hours. It's a half hour, right? Pass without a trace is a half hour, or is it a full hour?
Hey, you.
I shoved Giron off
How
his
long?
alligator.
How long is pass without a trace?
Luck.
Pretty big.
I literally can't be
Big
surprised.
Wouldn't surprise you. I would just shove you with brute force over.
Yeah, like we'd go to initiative and you'd probably lose. So,
Especially.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't still try to shove you.
Where the hell is that stupid spell?
try.
I'll look it up. I just figured you'd have the card handy.
I
and
guess you
use
can
it
just
I
run
thought I
away
did.
real quick.
all the times.
Yeah, that's
I
kind of my point. Just like,
Disengage. Oh,
Bye.
they get attack of opportunity, right?
No, if I
I have
disengage.
to have it on
Oh, that's
because it's not in the back here.
Whoa, yep.
Yeah, exactly.
I might be able to out initiative you. I got a +1.
I got a +6.
Yeah. Ain't nothing.
Up to an
There's a
hour.
chance.
So, if anybody would like to try to stealth better but run the risk of stealthing worse, at a half hour in, you may do so.
It's on the first page. I'm a dingus.
I guess I'll try to stealth better. Can't get much worse than 1, right?
I had really good stuff on that.
3.
3 plus 10,
13.
so 13. All right. Everybody roll who wants to roll.
I got a good one last
Okay.
I had a 24 or a 26, something like that.
24.
24. Okay. So, the two Spurg lords, you with your intelligence and you with your wisdom, please make like noticing checks. So you could use investigation for this.
24.
24.
19.
19. Okay.
19 perception, 24 investigation.
Alright, so you see like a rope or something hanging down from like that plateau that you were kind of walking straight towards, since it seemed to coincide with like the face of this glacier that you were
Okay.
kind of heading towards. And you see, yeah, this is a rope that goes up to like an area of the plateau that doesn't seem like super accessible from anywhere but this rope.
I'm going to try and scale it.
That's a great idea.
Make an
I
athletics
assume
check.
this is for climbing, as it seems too long for snuffing the life out of a biological creature.
With your perception check also, Tar, you hear a language you don't understand talking up on the plateau. It sounds excited and maybe...
Do I hear it?
I'm going to pat your shoulder and point up. Give him a little...
yeah, like perception with advantage, because he told you to listen for something.
Ooh. 8.
8. You believe him, but you don't hear anything.
Are we as a group?
Yeah, like you're all with him and close. They kind of caught
Within
up to
30
you.
feet.
Would I notice them doing the gestures?
Yeah, you'd notice them. So you can make a perception check.
19.
19. You probably heard them when they made their thing, but you don't hear them anymore.
Okay.
It was quick. All right. So yeah, you wanna scale the rope.
I'll go first.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of an extension for Pass Without a Trace. I know you're climbing up a rope, but if you can do it silently, I'll give you the chance to stealth up the rope.
So do you want me to
everybody
make
can.
athletics and stealth? Or keep the same stealth?
We'll start with stealth rolls. These are gonna be fresh ones.
Okay.
Just there's been something happened.
35.
It's like Tar's like grayish deer coat just kind of turns a little bit whiter.
So dapple.
Yeah. Anybody else or everybody else rather?
Hold on. 13 plus 9 is
22.
22
Plus 10.
plus 10, so 32.
32. And the kind of matte finish on your sweet, shiny, mithril armor just goes that little more flat and no longer reflects the sun. It's like the shadows cling to you.
Per use.
What's the break weight on this rope?
Like, what kind of rope is it?
It's
Directly
it
relevant.
seems pretty sturdy because you don't really know what kind of like materials it would be made out of unless it was like made of hemp and stolen from like another like a ship. And it seems to have pretty decent girth.
But I think it'd be able to hold me.
Giron's investigation check would say yes. He examined the rope closely, and this is a ship's rope.
Okay. Cool. So, stealth check.
Pretty big rope.
Like, you don't weigh a ton, and this could
16.
probably 16.
Plus
Yeah, no. 6 plus 10.
10.
Do you have a dexterity modifier to add to that? Are you proficient in stealth?
No, but I do have
So
plus 1
he is in
dexterity.
full
Okay.
plate though. That's not mithril, which gives him disadvantage.
That's,
Yeah,
he's
that
been
was
rolling
that.
at disadvantage.
Yeah. Just
Um,
making sure.
Okay.
That's why all my rolls are
Brian.
20.
20. And Giron.
Stealth, 16
16.
after the plus 10.
Okay.
Ah, see, suck it. You're just as bad as me.
Alright. Well, everybody still feels pretty confident that they haven't been seen.
I don't.
Going to climb this fucker?
Athletics checks all around.
I'll go last
I'll
in
go
the
second.
order.
21.
21. And you make a great deal of headway with effort.
So you guys add your dexterity, or no, your strength and your athletics if you're
26.
proficient.
26. Yeah,
I
you're
got 20.
I've got
You're
plus
in good
4,
shape.
plus
Brawny.
1 sorceress. Or are you a warlock?
5. 18.
Sorceress.
18. And you do well. It's hard, but you do well.
I cast Spider Climb on Fink, and I just kind of clip a rope to his back and pull out a book.
And we're going to go around the table one more time because it is about a 100-foot climb, and I'm being generous because there's still more.
Is this a stealth check or
There's more shit you may possibly face before you get to a dragon, and I just want to get there. But I had all this planned for you for so long.
25.
what is this a stealth check or not?
What is this?
27.
You're climbing a rope.
Yeah.
Athletics check. 25. Doing great.
27.
Fantastic.
Ooh, you gotta have
Nice.
advantage on
Even
strength
better.
checks. Right? This is a strength check, right?
Mhm.
Strength check. Yeah, so 20.
20.
Nice.
And yeah, doing well.
21.
18.
Hot damn.
Even better.
This pink
The
dice
buff-
is
the
not
buff
very
sorceress.
good, dude.
Yep.
Jumping in
And
his whiskey.
you're
Spider Climb.
all right. So
It's really bad.
through fantastic feats of strength, Brawny actually getting faster as she
Need to
climbs
boil
up.
it a little.
Like, oh, I just got warmed up.
Plus 4.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Everybody
Perks of carrying
makes-
almost no equipment.
So everybody makes it up in
Got a rope.
good shape and in good time. Nobody's exhausted. Blah blah blah.
No.
All right. Running with your current stealth checks, and just gonna roll another one if I can find one. There we go. Yeah, that's
Let's see it on this side.
all right. Ugh, this is way back here. All right. Miraculously, gleaming metal men are not seen dangling from a rope like worm on a hook, fishing. You made it up unnoticed.
What do I see?
So this is where we actually can pull out the relevant map
I like relevant maps.
of. So the relevance of this map. These squares are like way disproportionate. It's supposed to be zoomed in because those squares are supposed to be 15 feet per square, which means you technically all fit.
You could zoom on this.
I could, and it becomes pixelated, and I've had criticisms, so I'm gonna leave it as is. So.
Don't take no shit. Yeah.
So you guys pretty much skipped most of this, right? Because there is a secret passageway that you guys found. This is the village of Oyavagotten. And somewhere you take a pathway to Hya from, where is Hya, or so I think it's one of these two holes.
Oh, I see.
Okay. So what you did is you scaled the face, because some of this is actually like it goes down, and you go down into a chamber and into a chamber.
So
And
like
blah,
the
blah,
lighter
blah.
spots are
Right. So you go down from 11 into 12. All right. Work your way back up to 13, 14. Right.
Wow.
But you can go 1.
It's like, let's not go into the nasty muggy cave. Let's just climb this rope.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
And you could have encountered a bunch of villagers and.
Oh.
You know, possibly dueled the chief or their champion, however that conversation went.
People are all savages.
You know, living on whale fat, first cousin marriage.
Oh, no.
They could have used the food I could have provided them.
They could have used Jesus.
But seriously, you know, living on whale fat, first cousin marriage.
If they don't pass a wisdom save, they go straight to the fucking infernal conflagration.
You're probably half to full nerd.
All right, so
People are savages.
all meta aside, you find yourselves at a passageway behind the rope that you just climbed up. It runs parallel to what you two would assume to be whalebone, like whale rib bone fencing, all just driven into the ice to make like this curved, like your incredible perception check made you able to see like these white bones in this white mountain sticking out of this ocean surrounded by floating sheets of ice. Like it's really well camouflaged, and you see
So
that
it's like
there's
a frozen whale carcass.
but it's like rib bones parallel to each other, like making a fence, kind of camouflaging like seal hide and whale hide tents. You see like, as tends to be a theme with the constructions in my imagination, but also apparently in this world, carved into the ice of the mountain, there is like a large, building that kind of protrudes out onto this plateau that has been made, that's surrounded by these, seal and whale skin tents. You're assuming their ribbing is also literal ribs of, large. There's no trees.
And we're like sneaking around this.
So you're sneaking around it. You've climbed from the ocean, essentially, the frozen sheets of ice, hop, skip, jumping, walking. You've climbed this rope up to what would be the outside of the fence. You would have had to go climb up the side of the iceberg somehow, or climb through the iceberg up onto this
Is there any
plateau.
like large boulders, pieces of cracked ice, anything?
There is a gap between the iceberg and the fence, and there is oddly a passageway into the iceberg and a rope going down.
Well, I guess we should squeeze through.
I agree.
Anyone want to go first?
I'll
I'll go first.
You
Let's
guys
do
are
it
the
first.
Dibs.
Yeah, you can roll off. I don't care.
So,
Where'd you
Pass
get?
without a trace has
One
worn
of us
off.
never quits.
I got a 17.
Every time.
I go first.
Okay.
I
So
go second.
I gotta get. Apparently, I actually need my book. I don't know this map well enough yet, and looking at it upside down probably doesn't do me any favors
Can
either.
I do a quick thing before going first though?
Yeah, you might want to stealth because pass without a trace is worn off, so
That
you
was
gotta.
one thing, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
we
want to
cast
stealth.
that as soon as we. We don't have to
I
stealth.
guess you try to
I
stealth.
do.
Are you guys?
I'm
I was
stealthing.
more worried about being
I'm
out in the
stealthing.
open.
No, I'm already stealthing. I rolled.
I can cast Pass Without a Trace
What
again.
do
It's a
you
level
roll?
2 spell. I cast Pass Without a Trace.
It's
Might
odd
spit in
how
my hands
you
and whisper.
materialians always find
I
a
rolled a
way
34
to
then.
murder your cousins
For
in
stealth.
order to build simple structures that could be made out of minerals from the ground.
What
Hey,
ground?
hey.
It's ice.
Hey, Garon. You killed my wife and children. You sack of shit.
I simply signed paperwork.
So yeah, I'm gonna stealth in there, but
Oh, okay. Sorry, I did bad. I was using my memory and my imagination instead of some material I have prepared here.
Aren't you
Uh,
much happier having a
So
life
hidden in the back corner of the
devoted to
village
glorious purpose?
It's where you climbed up to.
My people would become legend.
My people become legend.
And his
There
people would become
is
legend.
They will
a
become
village
legend
hall.
amongst
Its
the
entrance
settlers that I sent there.
is a chute of carved icy stairs,
They
not the
already have.
rope. So it's stairs descending 100 feet
Not
in a
even
tight spiral
single
with its route
generation.
being,
As long as I am around.
yeah. And it seems regularly used. The steps are clear, easy to climb, and this chamber is empty except for 3 bundles of rolled up seal skins sitting where a ladder descends from the chute down into a room. So that's.
But it continues on, doesn't it?
So anyway, you skipped a lot. So you are first, and this is you.
Yep.
And you are here. And I will zoom in, and we'll see how bad it looks.
2 minutes on all of us.
So
Nice.
you're hidden in the corner as you've climbed down to said place, and make a perception check.
I know I have 50. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not this one.
You do good. I'll put your link in the Facebook or in the YouTube video. Nobody will look at it. It'll be
20?
great.
It's a 19.
What?
Jesus.
What?
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 In the book?
What?
All right. So you're the first one down.
Did you vote, Tom?
You're here in the corner.
Yeah, dude. I voted today.
Yeah, I saw it.
Good.
Thank you, Tom. I'm trying to listen now.
And you see, just for shits and giggles, make an intelligence check for me.
Alright.
Natural 16.
19. No, it's an 18. Read
Oh.
that.
Jesus. Okay.
So it's 19 total.
Yeah. Okay. And you know these to be like
What kind of check was it?
an intelligence check. You recognize these as like trollkin of some sort.
Nice.
Is Job there yet?
I'm waiting for people
Yeah,
to go to
you're super buff, so you're like right behind her.
Sweet.
How did you stealth down? How'd you do?
I got an 11. Nat 1.
11.
Plus 10.
Yeah. So.
Oh
that's-
shit, you got that one, never mind.
Yeah. Well, let's see how these guys did, because they are trolls. So.
Someone my size.
Yeah. You know what? Oddly enough, they still don't notice the shiny golden man climbing down a rope into their room.
Huh.
That's amazing. Do I see him?
It's amazing.
I wanna.
Do it.
I wanna crush these heretics. But I wanna cast Shield of Faith.
Okay. Your stealth is pretty much broken by casting the spell, but you're there in the room now, so that's fine.
I'd like to put one hoof around it and sexy fireman slide down the rope.
Yeah. So I mean, everybody's just gonna kind of be.
Yeah, I mean, Fink climbed me down at 40-foot speed,
Yeah.
and
So-
not even down the rope, down the wall. Like,
Yep. Because concentrating on spider climb or whatever spider climb does
for
is,
up to an hour.
yeah, it just lasts.
Yep.
Best part of waking up.
I guess it was
All right, so this room is much larger than it seems. I
Didn't
could put
use
up
it.
like an ice cavern, but hopefully you guys are gonna find your way out of here pretty quick, and get down to a dragon. But it's like I really was hoping for a dungeon crawl, but it's getting late. In fact,
Yeah,
we
it's
could
like
probably
9.
end here and just be in. So have a couple ice trolls and a dragon to deal with. But I mean, still, like, this dragon's gonna be dumb easy for 4 of you. So,
There's 5.
but it's just gonna take a while because.
How long do you guys
turns-
have? I mean, do you want to press on? Or do you
I'm gonna
guys
make a
wanna-
charisma check.
Nice.
Howdy, my northern brothers.
Okay. We're in.
7.
Wow.
That's pretty special.
Maybe one of the 2 faces of our group would like to speak to them.
I don't know troll.
Will they speak?
No, that's straight up in common.
Yeah.
I don't know
What does
giant.
troll speak? Can I roll like an?
I speak giant.
Give me a second. Because these
Can I
are
assist?
these are trolls.
They're trolls, they're not giant.
Do they speak?
Well, I have to look up what these guys.
I want to smash these heretics.
I have. Okay.
It was a
Sorry
meeting
about
of the Lord, so it's like,
Push them over?
Yeah.
Charisma check, you say?
Charisma.
Yeah. 7.
And of 7, you
Can I
say?
assist?
Yep. 10 minus 3.
You seem to be speaking their language.
Speak common.
They speak giant.
I don't speak giant. I understand it because of
I
my
speak
helmet,
giant.
but I
So
spoke common to it.
yeah, so hearing you speak common and him speaking giant, and he was volunteering giant before I looked up that they speak giant.
Still reiterating what he is saying.
So he does his best to communicate exactly what you're saying, and they listen. So you've kind of caught their attention.
How would you like to help us find a scaly beast?
Have you seen any dragons about? Giant.
Well, see, the dragon pays us to keep the place safe when he's not home, but he's home, so yeah, he's in there.
I'm gonna toss them each a piece of nice dried dragon foot jerky.
Like with some toenails still attached.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious it's a toe, but it's nicely cured salted pork or
Toe.
drake.
Chicken?
It tastes more like I don't know,
Big chicken.
iguana.
Did you clean the nails? Like, did you completely clean it off, or is it just like kind of dried whole?
Oh, it's on the. There's some bone in there.
Like, and there's like,
Like
still
it's
fingernail
skinned
and like
and-
some crust underneath the fingernail.
It was a dragon. It's pretty clear.
Like
Yeah.
this. The
There's still
scales
some scalies
are
around the nail. Yeah, I mean, we skinned it and dried it. You know. It's
Oh,
rough.
it's skinned.
rough.
Okay, the one of the trolls was kind of hoping for some like cheddar formunda, some toe jam.
I mean, that's on the end, and then like the rest of it down like this way is skinned.
Okay.
Right. So like this is dried skin, and then there's like the nail and a little bit of scaly bit.
Okay.
There's some gristle at the end there if that's what he's into.
He's into it. Like, he goes straight for like the cuticle and like,
Where can we find some more of this?
and yeah, he's like, and just like kind of like holding on to like the claw and like getting in there.
I think they like.
Like he kind of sticks his tongue out and like he's got like one tooth that's kind of, like. And then like you see closely
You do
like
good
his
with
his
this.
his own nails are like, and like he's like chewed his own cuticles like back to the point of like being scabbed and bloody there. And so you think he's like kind of a cuticle biter.
He's under some real stress. We might be able to help these giants out.
I
mean,
know.
it
Kind of
seems-
works for a dragon. It's stressful work.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
way he pointed, what way would that
Would you
be?
like to
Uh,
ask them
so
if they would
it's
like
a
to enter into a
Unidirectional.
contract?
We can permanently.
Like, you can
release
see
the
in the
stress,
room
you know
like
what I
it's.
mean?
There's only one place to go, and that's to room 16.
Okay.
are you trying to jerk these giants off?
No, trying to purge them trying to end these heretics' lives.
Let's go to room 16, guys.
I think we can permanently end your stress, if you know what I mean. And by do you know what I mean kill a dragon.
They're just like chewing on their toes and like
Yeah, they don't
pointing over their shoulder.
Well, they don't give a shit. Well, we made it past. This is in
So you're in room 15. You're gonna proceed to 16.
Elvish. Well, we made it past these dorks. Trolls.
Can you give me the bowl?
Just common back to you because they don't understand common.
The bowl.
Yes, we certainly did. Although it would be good if they would help us with the dragon itself.
They seem preoccupied, really.
Don't feed the
know
bears.
why. Yeah, we fed the bears.
Never feed the bears. So barely got there.
Okay. After leaving room 15, heading into 16, pillars and platforms of ice jut up from the floor in this area of the cavern. Climbing an ice pillar more than 8 feet tall requires a climber's kit with a DC of 15. Creatures dropping down the chute from Area 6 land on the top level of the large ice platform in the southeast. Yeah, you didn't do any of that.
Oh, I see. We're in 16, so
Yeah.
there's these. Do I notice anything else up above us? Are there any, like, any other paths, any other ledges?
So your view would be obscured by platforms of ice and pillars, some heading from floor to ceiling and others obscuring your view, but there are no booby traps or anything like that, so you could, in theory, walk from 16 to 17.
We should probably do that.
I want to do that. So.
Yeah, we should just.
I'll lead the way.
Advance.
You don't go first.
I already went first.
Yeah, but this is
Into 17.
new, right?
It's a new room from 16 to 17.
So I can go first.
Are you guys gonna keep shouldering each other the whole time? I mean, you
He
can.
doesn't know how to be unprideful, so yeah.
Neither does Rosalind.
But she takes risks without awareness.
I just want to be a tank.
And Joe brushes
So I wanna
in,
go
so
I could check for.
Our tanks are awesome.
He leaves.
So let's roll off again.
I mean, you guys can push through at the same time. There's
20.
2 squares there. It's fine. Guys, I'm
Dead dice.
gonna throw that one in with whiskey too.
Are you seriously rolling initiative to see who goes through the door
Yeah, and I rolled
first?
a
You
20.
know they are. You
Roll
know.
20, so I'm going first.
okay. So
You roll a nat 20? I mean, what'd you expect you were gonna get?
I keep underestimating my rolls. Do you have an issue? But
You got it.
so what you see here as you two shove your way through these pillars, blah blah blah, fighting all the way. You come to not a doorway, but 18A, 18B, and 17. You see a spine of ice that divides these two sections leading to well, parts unknown because it's 30, 60, 90, 120. It's a ways away and it curves a little bit, both directions. Right?
Which way are you going?
I'll go left.
So
go
you can
right.
go left.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
you can go
I'm gonna go
left,
whichever
right,
you did.
or over.
I guess we're all just kind of strafing.
I'll go
after
left, you go right.
So you can go left. You can go left, right, or
Alright,
over.
I'll go right. She's gonna go left. I'll
Okay,
go right.
and, or you could go over. That is a possibility. You could scramble up the ice.
I'm gonna go
Going left.
right.
Okay, so you're going left. You're
Yeah.
going right. Okay,
No, I'm going
No,
right.
wrong
She's
way.
going left.
this is left. This is right.
Okay.
I'll be 15 feet off the rear of whoever's last.
Yeah, I'm just
In
gonna
a
follow.
group.
Well, considering he didn't say he brought a torch out or anything.
It doesn't matter.
That's fine. It was implied.
It was
We're in
not
dark
implied.
times, right?
How
Dude, how,
Stupid blind humans are either
how am I walking around if I don't
Stupid
have
and
a
blind.
torch? Alright.
or carrying a
We've got
torch.
plenty of fucking torches. I have 10 in my ass right now. 10 whole torches in my ass.
Sounds
Okay.
like a personal problem.
So here's where we're at.
Well, actually, I have like a lantern.
Well, it kind of is.
Is A on top, therefore left? Okay, left. Here's what you get. This narrow passage is rigged with a magic trap. Oh, you didn't check for traps. Damn.
You didn't
The
check
first
the
person to
traps.
pass through this narrow point of the passage, the entire passage fills with a stinking cloud for 1 minute.
That's
Arathor, the dragon,
He's
becomes aware
Next.
once the stinking cloud is triggered.
I hope the right path.
The dragon does not
No, but the
if
ride is
you
A.
did not
you
set the
fucked that
trap
up.
off.
What?
The ride is A, and you're on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. Hope he doesn't have nothing.
That's you.
That's you. You're
I
in a
thought this
stinking.
was the
you're-
left.
no,
Oh.
you're in the
He,
stinking cloud.
he said left, but it's really right
Oh.
because A is right, which is you.
It's all your fault.
Damn.
You're welcome.
Here's what you get.
Nobody checked for traps.
So you
Definitely
barge
not
through
the
the
guy
door,
that can do
and
that
this is what happens.
Crazy good.
You barge through the passage to the right, and a 20-foot radius sphere of yellow, nauseating gas centered on you. A cloud spreads out around corners in this area, and it is heavily obscured, so it's hard to see. The cloud lingers in the air for a minute. Each creature that is completely within the cloud at the start of a turn must make a Constitution saving throw against poison. You're immune to
We're all
poison.
immune to poison.
It's just him.
Oh, I thought
You're
this
next.
was-
Now you're fighting over
Sorry.
passage, and you
Sorry.
decided to go separate ways, split the party. So I hope you die.
But the
I don't
poison
care.
immunity was from the from his
Yeah.
6th level spell.
Yeah. So on a failed save, the creature spends its action, turning to retching and reeling. Blah blah blah. All right. So, essentially,
So I'm just kind of.
you
Can't see very
kind of
well.
let the dragon know that you're there by setting off his doorbell.
Can I see my hammer glow?
Is heavily obscured, and yes, you can still see it.
Was it glowing?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
You have a glowing hammer now?
It glows when there's a dragon in 120 feet.
Within 120 feet of them, it glows.
Smashing.
Okay.
All right, you have entered the throat. This narrow passage is rigged with a magic trap. The first character who moves through this point, because you didn't check for traps, narrowest point of the passage has a slow spell triggered.
Oof. Mine should got my way. Just saying.
We didn't.
You will be slowed for 1 minute, and Arathor, the dragon, is immediately aware that you're an intruder.
You guys
If
are
you
awesome.
did not set off the trap, he would not have become aware of your intrusion. So that goes off at the same time. Like they just simultaneously climax, and you guys
are
hear
awesome.
down the hallway, like the dragon just came so hard.
Shit.
Nice.
I yell out, heresy!
As you're like,
No, I'm doing alright.
We
I
have
think I'm
immune to
fine.
poison. You guys both have immune to
for
poison.
24
Well, everybody has
take.
immune to poison.
Yeah.
We're feasted.
And I have the
Wow.
special thing.
Ooh, special things.
I don't know if this will work actually. Yeah. But I have something else special for it.
And we're immune to being frightened. So his pussy ass
Yeah.
little rover didn't do shit.
All right, so You guys heard the dragon. You guys heard the dragon. You're slowed for a minute. 10 rounds you are
How
slowed
long
unless
does the
somebody
cloud
does something
last
for you.
around?
So you're
Huh?
essentially blinded in this cloud. You can stumble your way out of it, but you're essentially blinded in this cloud for a minute if you don't move.
Oh, okay, it just was centered on.
Like, in a stiff wind will clear it in 2 rounds, and a 20-mile-an-hour gust of wind would clear it in a single round. So, but you don't have controls of wind because you're a cleric.
It can move out of it in like 1 round,
At
right?
disadvantage.
It's 20.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, would a potion of stamina help me in my case?
No.
Okay.
What's movement like in this man?
Essentially, you're gonna feel your way out, so at half speed, so you would barely clear it in a round with a good check. So Tar, you reasonably would have seen what happened on either side of this. You would have seen Rosalind get slowed. You would have seen him just fart up the chamber, and you're wise, so you would also see that you could climb over and just walk on it, like watch them set off booby traps on either side.
Booby traps.
And Giron, you've seen all this as well.
I'm going to move past Rosalind, and would Lesser Restoration kill her?
It does one effect, but I think it's a spell more so than it is an effect.
Oh, condition blinded, deafened. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. I guess I
How
could.
much probably?
No, I can. Sorry, guys. I know how to cast spells. Play this game. Would I know what level spell that is? Oh, I can cast that. Yes. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on Rosalind as I walk past.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a 3rd level spell, no check required.
Yep. Verbal and semantic. So.
And Dragon already knows you're there, so you could have screamed it if you wanted to.
Damn. And you are immune, so we are comfy.
I'm going up.
I need to mark my spells.
Alright. So it's free for all. Like there's no initiative right now because you haven't quite traveled the distance to get there.
Screeching towards the dragon.
So
Ready for blood.
Okay.
we should climb up.
No.
No?
You've already set off the
Oh,
booby
okay.
traps. You literally came to the door,
No, I heard.
knocked loudly. You're like, he knows you're there, you might as well just walk right in.
We rang both the doorbells.
Yeah.
So I'm on the A side. I'm just gonna kind of give a holler. Hello.
Alright. Let me get out my Durgan stats.
What color Durgan you got?
Is white.
Is there anybody home?
Let's see. Common and Draconic.
Nice.
So he heard me yell heresy after he roared? Or no? Maybe?
He's in room 20. That's a lot of feet away. Yeah, he heard you. What's this dragon sound like? Sounds like a dragon. I'm not gonna roar.
I hear you.
Tar dropped a couple pellets.
I believe that we have an offer for you. If you would hear us out without trying to murder my meaty companions.
I'm charging.
You're charging?
Oh yeah. Yeah, since the trap went off.
Okay.
I'm moving as fast as
Right, no.
So that's about all that would happen before he closes the distance. I guess before that.
What could you offer me?
I could offer you travel to any of the planes of existence.
Are you getting closer? Because that's about it.
It's a pretty leisurely pace, to be
Okay.
quite honest.
Yeah.
Like that? Does that feel leisurely? Do you guys feel leisurely?
You're gonna get one more move for Job towards him. He's not feeling it. He has like a village of slaves who bring him whatever he wants if he doesn't want to go hunting and fishing himself. Yeah, kind of likes the wild, likes his little island.
I see you're not one for culture.
Yeah, you'd notice that by his bodyguards at the front door that you charmed, essentially, without doing anything.
I could offer you as many whales as you could eat.
At that point, the distance is closed, so...
I say, I offer you death.
And he of course notices you coming and felt you coming because tremor sense and all those other
forward
things.
through A.
So let's have everybody roll initiative. I will choose a new die for this guy. 1, 2.
12.
There.
Not great, but I think things are gonna happen pretty quick here.
22?
Maybe it's best I go last.
20.
16.
Okay. Where's my pencil? It's all happening so fast.
I got my pencil.
Okay, I heard a 22. Anybody higher than 22? Okay, 25 to 20, not counting the 22 I just heard. 20 by Brawny. 15 to 10. 16?
16, yeah.
15 to 20.
Oh, I got 12.
That's Job with 12. How you doing, Tar? 8? Okay, well, guess what? The dragon's going before you.
Weird.
And
But not before me.
but
That's
not
alright.
before
I'm
you.
on damage control. I got this.
And then
Clean up crew.
just for
I'll try not to hurt the face.
fun, the lair goes last.
The liar.
These layer attacks. Oh,
Juicy.
you guys are ready.
Hope you're ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Because you said you were running first. Were you running or just walking?
No, I was just walking.
Okay,
He
so
wants to go down.
Job got there first. So that's that. You get first attack. Because the dragon didn't do anything like.
I have a Dragon's Lair map if you want a big ol' hoodly.
With the tattle.
Yeah.
Ogre slaying plus 10 against ogres.
Plus 9.
So yeah, he didn't do anything to stop you from coming in and doing this. So go for it.
I get to attack him.
One attack. So
A single attack. Bonus action.
one full round attack. Like
Okay.
so, action, bonus action, reaction if you have one, movement.
Cool. I will.
Actually, you use your movement to get there.
Jeez, I wasn't.
Oh, I'm running for the dragon! Wait, how do I play Dungeons and Dragons?
I was reading it.
Fuck my ass, dude. Alright, you lose your surprise round. Rosalind, you're up.
Spiritual.
I'm gonna move forward, but first I'm gonna do evasion.
Like, seriously, you're there. You're within melee. Are
I
you
know.
going
I
to
was
attack?
gonna use
You're gonna
spiritual weapon, and then I was gonna hit him.
Okay,
I'm gonna
alright.
do evasive footwork so I can expend one superiority die
It's worthless in this situation.
if I'm moving.
It's worthless in this situation.
Is it?
Read the description of it. It's to get away. It has
Oh, okay,
nothing to
never
do with
mind.
getting there.
Then I'm just gonna move
Okay,
forward.
go for it.
Alright, I'm gonna use spiritual weapon.
At what
Bonus
level?
action.
Second level spell?
Yeah, 4th level though.
4th level. Okay. burn that 4th level spell, make a melee spell attack,
You're not
and I know you're going to do a melee attack afterwards, so make a melee attack as well.
You don't need to be. You need to hit him. Go up there and hit him. Yes.
14 plus 9 for the spiritual
Hits.
weapon. And 6 plus. What? 6?
It's
Seven.
0.0. Yep. Alright, so spiritual weapon hits however many d8, I believe. Alright, Rosalind, while he's rolling up die, you close the distance and do what?
I'm gonna hit him for 4 and then doing a action surge.
Okay.
So roll one of them.
Yeah. 20.
It's a hit, and just grab an extra damage die for that when you roll your damage.
You gotta roll one at a time.
I just did.
No. So now roll your damage.
I
And
didn't roll that same one.
Super good thing I couldn't precast protection from energy because you tards
roll
ran
an
up
extra
ahead.
one for your d20.
Oh, for the d20.
No, no. So you roll a critical.
Who needs
So
resistance?
you double your attack die. So what was the
He's
first one you
resistant to
rolled?
cold already.
Well, what?
7 and 2.
Alright, so 9 damage.
I got
And
15
then you got
plus
3 more
9.
attacks.
24.
Gotta do them one at a time.
I did.
17 plus
23.
Hit.
7.
12 hit.
12,
That's a 9.
12 damages.
Yeah.
9 plus 5, 14.
6.
Oh. It's 15.
15.
Second mathing. So it's 9, 12, and now 15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, she just
No, I
rolled a
rolled
15.
15.
Oh, 15 miss.
Okay. And then.
Have you started rolling your d8s yet?
Yeah, I got a 15 plus
That was
9.
nice.
So,
Then you action
Twenty-
surge for 1. 2 more? Amazing.
No, action surge is another 3.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so in a single round when she burns an action surge, she gets
7?
7 fucking hits. Well, if she hits.
19.
Okay. Just hold for just one moment. I gotta finish my math for him. Gotta make sure everybody's hit points get done.
Whoa. She would get 8 because dual wield, extra attack from
Yeah,
fighter,
it would be
and then
8
action
forward.
surge, dual wield, extra attack from fighter.
Hilarious.
So something I wasn't clear on is, so with an action surge, does she get an extra bonus action because that's
So
one of
it's
the
not an
extra
extra
attacks?
bonus action. Action surge gives her an extra attack action. Her attack action is her main hand, her offhand, and then 2 more main hand.
Which is 1 turn, including the bonus action. Then she goes to the extra attack, which is main hand, offhand, extra attack. That's 3.
No,
4 plus 3 is
level
7.
12. She
Yeah, 2
has
more
3
additional.
main hand plus her offhand from dual wielding. An action surge gives her entire extra attack action, which is those 4 attacks.
And then bonus action attack, so 9.
See, that's the thing, is part of that is using, when you take the attack
No,
action, you may use your bonus action to make another attack. That is part of the phrasing of it, and because that's part of that's like part of the bonus action. Because if she doesn't use her bonus action to do that, she can also do like the commanding strike, disarming strike, fancy footwork, or whatever. That's part of the bonus action.
No, there's a
No,
superiority die.
No, it's a different ability.
Okay.
And it's just, so like me at level 10, my attack action, I can attack twice, assuming that it's with a magical weapon. Her as a fighter, she can attack 3 times, pretty much no matter what, but because she's dual wielding, she gets an offhand attack on top of that. Because of a feat, she gets all of her bonuses to that offhand attack. because of the type of fighter that she has, she can expend a certain ability to gain an extra action, main action, that she can only use for the attack action. Her attack action includes 4 attacks, 3 with the main hand, 1 with the offhand.
Then what's the purpose of
That doesn't even use the bonus action, and then she can use her bonus action with her superiority dice to then on top of that do more shit.
Or just bonus action attack.
Yeah, part of what my understanding, like I'm getting it in the book right now, and I should just pull out the paper book, because like, and what's really bad is we're both rules lawyering on her behalf, and she's not even saying anything. Sorry about this, Rose.
It's okay.
There's no bonus action that gives you an extra attack.
It's part of the
except
fighter
that
class.
are specific things with her superiority dice.
Some of them are attacks, some of them you get to.
But all of those superiority dice bullshit either adds a superiority dice to damage for something as a bonus action, or adds your superiority dice to random other things. That's entirely unrelated to the fighter ability where you can just gain an extra attack action once.
I'm
two
familiar
different
with.
abilities.
That's how I thought it was too before, but I just didn't really read into it too much.
No, at level 12, the Battle Master is pretty fucking good in melee. I mean, you can also make ranged builds with the fighter that are fucking broken, but...
Have you ever played a ranger?
Yeah, the rangers are also great.
1 additional action.
If I ever died, I'd probably make a ranger.
5th level, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action. Number of attacks increases to 3 when you reach the 11th level. So 3 attacks with the main hand, yes.
Plus 1 from the off, as 1 attack action.
2 weapon fighting. When you engage in 2 weapon fighting, you can add your blah 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 to your second, and so you can engage in 2 weapon fighting. You can add your ability modifier to the damage on your second attack. Where does it say about using your bonus action to...
Superiority dice.
Yeah.
There's nothing about a bonus action, that's what I was telling you.
Okay.
There's a certain
Alright,
fighter ability beyond that.
Alright,
It's like
Ocho.
once per long rest, she can gain an extra attack action.
Okay. Ocho, go
which
for
means
it.
she gets 8
4
attacks
right now,
if she
so
wants.
this would have been 25 to hit.
25 to hit. That hits.
Oh,
7.
nice.
7 to hit.
No,
No.
no.
Oh, no,
7
no,
damage.
7 damage.
7
Sorry.
damage. Okay.
Plus 6, 21.
21 hits. Still mathing. Hold up. Jesus. Okay.
9 damage.
Action
9.
surge.
No,
Oh, 9 damage. My bad. I
9
keep saying
damage. Okay.
20 plus
2 nat
6,
20s.
so 26.
Yeah, hit. And extra damage die.
11
Plus an extra damage.
plus 13.
13 total.
Oh,
Okay.
one more.
2 more. 14.
14 misses.
Last one.
23.
23 hits.
7.
7 damage.
Crushing the dragon. 8 strikes.
Oh.
Yeah, missed 1.
Bonus action.
Crit twice.
Yeah. Bad odds. I don't like those odds.
Yeah.
Never over the odds.
Yeah, that was a 1 in 100 of critting, or, oh shit, no, that was a 1 in 400 of
Have you
critting
ever seen
twice
Rose
there.
roll a 1? Or like anything under 15?
I've never seen her roll.
For my bonus action, I'm
I've
gonna
been-
use...
I don't believe it. I don't believe what I see, but...
Okay.
I spend one superiority die to add it to a roll attack before.
Too late.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
All right. Where are we at here? Brawny, it is finally your turn.
Okay.
So you've got one angry, pretty beat up looking dragon.
Yeah,
This is your motivation.
How many?
I want to move up a little bit, but not too far.
Total, you guys have done 90, check that, 87 damage between 2 turns.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
You're bad mouthing us why?
I wasn't
Beforehand?
talking shit. I was just trying to get
No.
I just
on
want
the
to move up
railroad.
to where I can
To where
see
you
the
can see.
dragon.
Okay, so you gotta be at least halfway down the hallway. 30 feet gets you about halfway to being able to see.
Because it's dead.
All right.
Alright. Oh, you can use your action to move closer up, just don't get into melee.
No.
You can't see yet. So you gotta remember, each square is 15 feet.
Okay.
And it's not quite a straight hallway.
Okay. Well, I'll use my action to move up. Just
In fact,
enough where I can
I'll
see
get
the
us
dragon.
a big chamber.
Yeah.
Where was that crystalline
I
chamber?
got an icy chamber. I got a dragon's chamber. I got a. It's got like.
Do you
golden
have
forward.
an anti-heresy chamber?
There's a chapel.
That's what I'm about to
Do you have
create.
it? Not dead old chamber.
I'm not involved.
Live wallpapers,
There's
yes.
something in it.
What were they called? What were they called?
The whole thing.
Interactive terrain?
Yeah.
Icy anus?
There's like a dragon's something.
That's what I said, icy anus.
Yeah, there's a icy anus. Something like that, yeah. That's down at the bottom right. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Which side is the dragon on? Over here? Up on the...
So we'll just for gigs and poops.
Ooh. And poops.
Poop gigs?
So this is just like sweet little cat bed here. That little ice cube is actually like the snuggles. Nice cozy place for it to be hanging out. Alright. And then I'm just gonna be all over the place now. That's what you get when you ask for a interactive guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach this dragon what heresy really means.
You get the idea. And you said you were in the back, so these two are like right about here.
She's already advanced forward.
And she's advanced forward. So you could even put yourself here behind this little icy terrain there. So you can see over it, but you're kind of behind it. You could duck down, something like that. And to describe this chamber, in the floor and in the terrain and in the walls, you see things that are kind of crystalline and gleaming and kind of valuable looking, and other partially frozen, or rather frozen parts of things, like a piece of a frozen ice hunter. That's a word I can use. So like this. Little frozen guy there. You know, frozen guy there.
Are they dead? Or are they
Oh yeah, they're solid, dude. Solid frozen.
Those are just random bits of things. In
Random
the
bits
ice.
and bobs, and then
nice.
just because this just looks nice. There's like an entire wooden with iron like clasps and stuff on it, just completely see-through ice around like a iron barred wooden chest. It's shut, so you don't necessarily know what's in it. Like what do they call those iron things that they put on the outside of chests? You know, to make it more sturdy.
Like a clasp?
More than a clasp.
A hinge?
More like a
It's
hinge.
like it lines the
Bracing?
whole.
Yes. Like on the seams, it's like a like an iron triangle on the corner. Yeah. So, all right, that's what you see. And like just even on the floor, there's like, oh, this is icy, difficult terrain, but it's shiny and valuable looking.
So you, Brony?
How far away from the dragon am I?
I will give you an exact count.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45-ish?
Yeah, so most of your spells will work from where you're at.
Fireball with spell shaping to avoid hitting the...
Don't even have to worry about that.
Are you sure?
Once again,
Oh, nope.
Toss it
Dragon's
right
too
at
tight.
it.
Never mind, I won't do that. I'm just gonna toss the ball at it.
so you can do it up high, or you could even just do it like behind it, so that it doesn't toast your friends. You don't even have to spend your sorcery points if you don't want to.
I'll just do it higher than them.
Okay. Yeah. And again, if you go behind, you could even thaw out and see what kind of meat you got back there, but you know. Oh no, you wouldn't be able to see it, never mind. Don't mind me. Alright, so you detonate it so that it doesn't cook your friends up above. Fantastic. What level? And then roll those beautiful damage die and I'll make a dexterity save.
Another level 5.
Another level 5. Dexterity saving throw for the Durgan.
17.
17's the DC. Rolled a natural 18 plus 0. Save. So half damage still.
Alright. Half the dice. Whoops. There goes one.
Does it have...
No, you roll full dice and then I just
Oh.
divide by 2.
Does it have
Okay.
disadvantage on fire?
It's a dexterity saving throw. It has nothing to do with fire. And if somebody wants to use things, I'll tell things.
Fair enough.
38.
38. Hot damn. So it drops us to something 19. Still pretty good. Pretty good.
What you got there, Garo?
Yeah, okay, so I think as my bonus action, or rather, his act, or movement, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. My bonus action, I command him to make an action, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm going to move back 5. I'm going to cast haste onto you.
Hey!
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and move on over to this area.
What a guy. Okay, let me see. Plus 2 bonus to AC.
No, because you ran right on up ahead.
Alright. That ends Giron's turn. Job, your turn.
I
got a special attack.
want to use a spiritual weapon. I think that misses.
Alright, let's see how she does.
1. No, I'm kidding. 7.
7. That's
that?
below average. That's the purified dice.
Here, but dice.
It's purified. It's the whiskey for a while.
Oh. Let's see. Okay, I still can't see
What
the
are you
dice.
rolling for? Nothing?
It's my cup's empty, so I gave it back. I wiped it off.
It looks clean.
So your
that'll
action,
do.
your movement.
I'm gonna stay in the same spot. I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds.
Melee spell attack.
Yeah.
So
Touch.
yeah, so you reach out and touch somebody, but you add your spell attack modifier instead of your melee modifier. That's
13 plus 9.
yeah, that hits.
Alright.
So inflict wounds.
D10.
If it's been damaged, it's D10s, I believe. It's been damaged. Read that spell card though. It's not my job to know all the spells. Although I'll try.
It's 3d10 necrotic.
Boom!
Can I
Alright.
cast 2 spells with haste?
You can only perform certain extra actions.
So I could attack and then cast a spell.
Yeah.
Indeed you could.
Mhm.
11.
My speed is double.
11.
Do I add anything to that?
Yeah.
No, you do not. That's still pretty good though.
And if that doesn't get you there, you could move, dash, and then still have your normal action.
Be there. Me?
Do it.
Boom. Draw my crossbow. Fire at the dragon.
Ranged spell attack, or ranged melee attack. Ranged weapon attack.
Ooh, not good.
Ranged weapon attack.
Plus. 12.
Ooh. It strikes true to a really hard scale it bounces off.
Not to be Debbie Downey here, but I think the dragon grows before Tar.
Oh,
Excuse me.
that is true.
But that's gonna be my.
Okay, that's fine, just fine. Yep, yeah, I got a D there for 11. All right.
I have 8.
Yeah. So I think the dragon is just gonna. Yeah. The dragon is gonna make a tail attack. So it's gonna sweep 180 degrees, trying to hit Fink and I don't have a protractor with me. So is it gonna hit Fink all the way to Job, or is that over 180 degrees?
No, you got that. Big pink.
Center line would be 180 there.
Okay. All right. So that's what we're going for.
However, because you're making an attack on one of my allies and you're adjacent to Fink, you will gain disadvantage on this via Fink's defensive pounce.
That's his reaction to expend that.
His
Can I
reaction.
stop it in any way?
It's his reaction, you just get disadvantage.
But it's a huge creature.
Doesn't say shit about that.
That is so stupid. Fine. That's fine. You know why it's fine? Because it's plus 11 to hit, faggot.
Yeah, exactly. Take disadvantage.
Natural 20 and a 9 plus 11, so that's
And unnatural.
20 to hit Fink.
Yeah, Fink gets it.
Okay. Alright. Disadvantage against Rosalind.
No, it was against him.
No.
It's all
180 degrees. Every
all of us.
faggot within 20 feet of his ass.
Oh,
This
if
way.
you want. Well. Okay,
You
so
fixed
technically you would only be able to hit one of the two of them if you're hitting Fink.
No.
We just discussed this. I said I don't have a
180 from
protractor.
that
And he
base.
said center line is center line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, yeah. I
Look at
mean,
that.
so
So
that
his
means
tail's here,
that means
tail
Rosalind's
whips
outside
around.
of that one.
No, it's 20 feet from the center of his
Yeah.
base. It's a 20-foot ranged melee,
In 180 degrees.
180 degrees. He's gonna swing
a
his ass
tail
around
whip.
and hit
Not
everything.
360.
Not
This is
360.
only 180.
His ass. So he's
So nothing over here gets hit.
yeah.
All of this 180 gets hit. This half of the circle. You see the circle?
All right.
We can put the.
No,
We can go over
I'm
it.
not arguing.
I
do
literally
your
have
shit.
a protractor in my car.
Yeah.
I'm not okay.
Okay. All right. So 6 and a 5 to hit Rosalind plus 11, so 16 to hit.
17
Nope.
hammer
Okay.
slash.
All right. And then against Yob.
Joe.
30.
Yep. Yob.
Joe.
Yob.
Yo.
It's you, no.
15 to hit.
It's you.
No. All right. So
15
Fink gets hit. I'll roll damage for that.
Roll a 4.
Hopefully I just destroy him.
Did you do over 67?
No. I'm
Yeah,
just
then
saying
he's
I
alive.
hope.
I'm sure.
He could have hit if he got it.
Take 15 damage, please,
Okay.
for Fink. Dragon ends his turn. You miss with your crossbow bolt after moving,
I move up,
and
And
then
then he
and
still
you
gets a
have an
second
extra
attack.
attack if you want.
I'm going to crack a piece of phosphorus in my hoof hand and cast Wall of Fire across the center
I
of the dragon.
fell into a burning wall of fire. Use wall pieces if you would, please.
Do we have any short wall pieces?
There's bunches of them.
Alright, well,
It's like what, 30 feet long?
we have dice.
It's 30 feet long.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Went down, 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 and the flames went higher.
And it burns, burns.
When I eat too much hot sauce.
So that's going to be 60.
Are you breaking it or making a straight line? Or a curved line?
It's going right through him here.
Right through him? Okay. Oh, okay, I like that. Is the fire side going to be towards you or Fink? And is Fink within 10 feet of it?
Fink would be...
50 feet.
I just want to know if you're going to include anybody besides the dragon in your wall of fire, essentially, based on facing.
No. I'm
Okay.
trying not to hit my homies, just kind of straight through the center of the dragon.
Okay. Because the thing is, that it's 10 feet on either side are hot, right?
1 foot
15
thick,
away.
20 feet in diameter. Oh, a ringed wall and 20 feet of diameter, or 20 feet high. So, no, it's only 1 foot thick. I don't know. I guess.
It talks about a hot side.
I agree.
Wall of fire.
Nope.
You create a wall of fire, solid, 1 foot thick. Here we go. 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of the hot side of the wall.
Mine does not say that.
That's because it's just a card instead of the full spell.
It just
So
says each
if
creature
you-
in its area must make a dexterity saving throw.
So again, within its area. So you can make a ring or you can make a wall. So on the inside of the ring or the outside of the ring.
So facing towards us.
So it'd be this 5 feet and then either 5 feet on whichever side. So it wouldn't hit Fink in either case.
Yeah.
Because
And it
it's
wouldn't
a
hit
foot
you.
thick.
Well, but you,
5,
it's
10.
worth
Okay.
discussing if you decide to
But-
surround him or whatever. It's just silly meta that you have to choose a hot side.
Yeah, we're just going to do the straight line. The hot side, I guess, would be on Fink's side.
Okay.
Because there's less critters over there.
All right. Cool.
Sorry, Fink.
That's
Fantastic.
okay. It takes a
Doesn't
long
either,
rest
yeah.
to make a new
Yeah, he's...
All right.
So
He's just tinker's parts.
Yeah.
That is Tar.
So 5d8 fire damage.
All right, roll him up. And he's not
do
resistant.
you need more?
You need the 8s? I can start throwing them at you. I got metal ones if you like.
Yeah, here's 4.
I got 2 right here.
5.
You said you need 5d8?
7. Got
I
5.
have 3 more right here.
Take one of those. Oh no. Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, that's
okay,
not
6
Who is that?
and 6.
Is this
Wow,
Tom?
these metal dice. 12,
Yeah, it's one.
17,
Can I throw?
18,
Yeah.
another 6,
Yeah.
24, 25 damage.
Yeah, those metal dice do stuff, huh?
Yes, 2 6s.
Sick, sick, sick! I said sick, not 6.
I heard it.
Alright, lair action.
I only had 4.
It'll never even hit me.
Okay.
I gave it
And I'm going to hold that spell. Concentration.
Oh.
How long, how long?
I'm glad I'm not the only one. Oh, he's the Red Hot Chili Pepper song going. Like, other side? Right. Yeah, you do.
Okay, cool. Alright,
That's good for fire.
so I need the AoE sphere.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Alright,
See, that's pretty good.
there's 2 people here, 1 person here, or 2 people. could call that 3.
It was pretty good, right?
And the dragon gets hit.
Well, it's the dragon's thing. Question: can you drive yourself out of your own room when you fart in it?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a lair ability, it's kind of assumed that it won't fuck
It won't
up
hurt anyone
himself.
right
Like,
now. We all have immunity.
unless it's like, it shits out a fireball. Like, you know, there.
Yeah, I mean,
but
like,
really, it's
the
up to
dragon
you.
might have seen Brawny hurl the fireball, might not. So, I'm just going with the most primal, instinctual type thing, and what it is the dragon's gonna fart up its own bedroom. So here's how she goes. Fucking weak. So everybody in the sphere, so Sphinx, sorry, I was gonna say Sphinx, but Fink,
Sphincter?
Rosalind, and Job all make Constitution. No, you are immune to cold, or so. With advantage, you make a con saving throw.
It's a 12 for Fink.
Okay.
What are we making?
So
Con saving
Fink,
throw.
Fink saves.
With apparently a low
You rolled a
DC.
17, so you're fine. I saw the 17. Rosalind. Okay, so you also saved, so you're going to take 5 damage, you take 2 damage, you take 5 damage.
Wouldn't it be rounded up so it took 3 damage technically?
Would you rather round up or round down when
It technically
when you take...
is rounded towards most damage.
I thought it was usually rounded down. That's fine.
I don't think
Rounded,
It's a single damage point.
yeah.
So
It's almost always...
Take it.
Yeah.
Just take it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's
Yeah.
Oh, take it.
What do you have, like 116 HP?
no, 83 now.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
82 is
And
my number.
top of the order is
77.
Rosalind, and Brawny. You'll be after Rosalind if you want to think about what you're gonna do. Rosalind, it is your turn.
and you're flanking it.
Yeah. So your melee attacks are gonna be with.
Oh, she
Okay.
can move?
No, she doesn't
No.
have to.
Doesn't
No,
have
she's
to.
Fink's on the other side.
Do you know
Oh.
It's flanking.
Because
so
the party?
you guys said it confused me earlier, so do I get 4 attacks this turn only?
You get 4, or you can use another action surge and take 8.
Does she have multiple action? Okay.
I got 2 action surges.
Two per long rest.
So I'm gonna do that. I
Oh,
need
fuck.
4 more d8.
It's like my beast
no,
form.
I need 1 more d8.
It's the super cool ability.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh no, not d8. Sorry, d20. D20.
I can make everyone else slightly better.
Or you can make yourself better 3 times.
14 does not.
Yeah.
That is correct.
I
It
could-
does not hit.
However you want.
Could hella self buff, but
22 does hit.
That sure does. Roll me up some sweet, sweet damages.
it's more effective otherwise.
9,
You're a tool.
4 damage.
Yeah.
9 damage.
Literally
Okay.
a tool.
21 hits.
Hits.
So much utility
Oh,
And our healer tank. What?
14 hit.
Try and hit
Or
this with a
14
dragon.
hit.
But you can't.
damage.
14 damage.
Yeah, can't hit me.
Damage. What damage?
20 hits.
The lair
20
attack is
hits.
3.
Yeah, might not have much health, but I don't need it.
Well, health is a crutch.
And Fink obviously just exists to
9 damage?
give advantage
9
and disadvantage in combat.
21 again.
21 hits.
It's really comfy.
14.
Imagine if I had a super cool
14 damage.
range.
My
I
pet
got
has
2
as
more.
much health as our bard.
Jesus.
17.
How much is that
17
bar?
misses,
hard.
thank God.
Max. He has 60 something and so does Fink.
18, 19, 20.
Fink may actually beat him by 3 points. I'd have to. Let me look at that.
Probably has better armor.
How many is that?
14 again. That's 8.
67 with 14 AC
14 damage.
compared to 67 with 15 AC.
And there is one beat up fucking looking dragon in front of you. Brawny, it is your turn.
What's the hit damage at?
You just dealt 46 plus 28. You dealt. That can't fucking be right. You. Okay. 46.
I had a couple of 14s.
I mean, she hit it 8 times, or however many
8 times.
You hit all 8 of those?
She had advantage.
I had advantage, but I also missed 2.
So you hit 6 of those?
Mm-hmm. And I
So
rolled a couple
you've
of
hit it
14s.
13 times. You got a half off fireball. You got a firewall. And
You hit it for
did
60
some shit.
damage in a single turn.
So, like,
See why I gotta come at you pretty hard.
I don't mind.
Holy shit. Okay,
And then a
Brawny, it's your
dragon
turn.
bursts
Another
out.
fireball. Same area.
Okay, what level?
This time I'm gonna go level 4.
Alright.
the single big thing.
So you're gonna
also,
hit
like,
Fink
where
this
our
time,
party
which is fine.
excels.
Oh no, you could go above again. Never
Mhm.
mind.
Aim at the
So
ceiling.
this sounds different. 6.
It's big.
Drop a boulder on Job.
It probably wouldn't hit
An ice cube. Rocks fall, everyone dies. Go home. I'm not having fun anymore.
Collapse. Everybody roll new characters next week.
25 damage.
25 damage, that's exactly what it took to kill the dragon.
Finally.
That's okay. There's still more. But wait, there's more.
You guys are the best.
Oh god.
You forgot about the other dragon.
Damn. Well played.
What that that tail whip it did against Fink.
Yeah,
No, I'm talking a lot of shit.
that's totally okay. So on the plus side, the lair actions will persist for 4 more rounds.
Can I dispel good and evil?
That's not actually a spell.
Dispel
Dispel.
good and evil.
There's detect good and evil.
I have dispel magic.
It's a lair effect because of the influence of the dragon.
And then you can use your dinger if you want.
Yeah, you make your own holy water, so that's fine.
Yeah, I'm standing next to him.
I was just running off the precedent that we did this to the layer.
It
effects
does
of the
nothing.
last one.
No.
Use your fire sword.
Read it.
We had Bronny and I and him using dispel magic, and then whatever the fuck that is to
Yeah.
dispel the layer effects of the last dragon layer, but
Yeah. He's talking about like just dispelling. Yeah. I was rooting a little bit more for you guys. I was being merciful because
yeah.
it was actually a better fight. Was that fun for you guys? Because I just felt like I was getting spanked.
You kind of got spanked.
We enjoyed it. I was
yeah.
a little worried. Like, I thought we were going to get slammed, and then our tanks
Yeah.
just kind of tanked.
Yeah, like two
Yeah.
rounds.
I
Yeah,
wanted
total
it to be
of
more
16.
difficult.
Have you guys ever power ran all of D&D? Because
I
we
wanna
could just, like,
Drink and
speed run it. Maybe, another hour we could
become level 20, finish the game, become gods.
Yeah, find
Same.
Tiamat with a couple of good rolls.
Yeah.
Let's just go to the first layer of hell. You know, make a deal with the devil. He lets you into a room.
Nah, dude, I can just make a deal with God.
Fuck her with her own head. You know, one over 5 heads.
We can
You
slay
kill
some
her,
demons
fuck
for
her.
Jesus. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
let's do
pretty
that.
down with some demon slaying.
Yeah.
We could go slay Horus.
Turn the tide into blood
Slay
wars.
whores.
Tiamat's kind of a demon thing.
Bring order to the
Yes.
universe
Can
through
I look
evil.
at the goblet?
See, I kind of thought that like
It's
Pulsing?
you're there. You made it.
Well, because the last time we killed the big major dragon, it dimmed out the light.
But it also was bright for a while,
Yeah.
telling you you're here, warm. Yeah.
here.
Might be
kill
more
the
blood for me
queer.
to drink.
An icy box and
Yes.
some frozen bodies.
Yeah. So you could
I'm gonna
investigate.
go to the box.
I wanna.
Melt it.
Yeah, assuming
I guess I
that
could've put my
the
firewall
layer
on.
doesn't kill us over the next 24 seconds, I'm gonna just use fire magic cantrips to melt shit out of the ice.
I'm next to an ice block I'd like to melt.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. Okay. So the bodies are actual like bits of frozen food. The big yellow dye is definitely noticeable treasure.
Take me there.
And then just like all throughout the walls and floors there are sparklies, so it is worth investigating. So the prominent thing that you might want to defrost, Rosalind is standing up.
I want the dragon's heart.
Thank you.
Medicine checks for chopping up a white dragon. You're performing surgery.
I'm proficient in this.
Yeah. All right. So how do you want? Do you want to like chop on the ice and see about breaking it out, breaking the chest
You
out?
have like a fire sword, don't you?
No. What was there? Oh wait, no, I picked up his sword because Job was trying to take it.
Yeah.
It's radiant damage,
What was it?
and he got it back. It's
Oh.
radiant damage. It doesn't
I wasn't
melt
trying to
ice.
take my sword.
At the beginning of the game, you were when Arian got.
Arian's
Knocked
box and
out.
stuff.
Anyway, I have it written down.
Don't worry about it.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
So yeah, chop on it. Just attack it.
Yeah.
Whose sword?
20.
Arian's
Yeah, you break
It's just
ice.
a hilt that he speaks a word and fire comes out of it, and
So I break the ice.
it's
Yeah.
a sword
Nice.
made of fire.
Um,
It's pretty much
I
a
know
Does
it's
it look
lightsaber.
like it
sword that
has
is-
locks?
I know
Arian
exactly
just
It
has
is
a
locked.
lightsaber.
I'm gonna
Possibly.
use the chime.
Okay.
I know it's
It opens.
I'm gonna look through it.
I don't know where trying
There's a bunch of gold and diamonds in there.
It was a while ago.
So it's gonna take you a long time to count it. There is approximately 50,000 gold worth of diamonds.
Nice.
That's significant if you know a particular spell that you might need at some point in time.
This guy knows particular spells.
Yeah.
Is that a wish spell?
Well, yes, but also like,
Resurrection.
Yeah.
The hardy one, the one that actually brings you back instead of
True
Yeah,
resurrection?
even
as a
even
random.
It's also good for reincarnate, but
even if you don't
Yeah,
have
reincarnate's
even if you
a
don't have a
random
body, this
Yeah.
one brings
Cool.
you back.
Yeah.
So yeah, 50,000 gold worth of diamonds, and there's actually about, I'm gonna give it to you in gold, but it's mixed gold and platinum. About 15,000 gold worth of gold and platinum.
I need holy water, bro.
You make your own holy water.
Yeah, I have water if you need water. I've got like a shitload of water.
Hey, look, there's an ocean.
I can
Hey,
create-
we're in an iceberg.
I
so
can
what?
create
We each
water.
get like 3,000 gold
Hang on.
plus 10,000 gold worth of diamonds.
If that's what you're into.
Oh, they got like a
That's
6.
literally.
Yeah, we get 3,000.
60 on that medicine check?
And then
16 on the medicine check. It's a little more like butchering than it is like surgery, but you get the heart
The
out.
amount of gold I have is literally 3210.
Wow.
What does it mean?
I eat the dragon's heart.
9/11.
Never
9?
forget.
I eat the dragon's heart.
11.
It's gigantic and it's raw. It's really cold.
Can I investigate?
It's actually like partially frozen. It's weird. It's like magical.
15,000 or 3,000 gold apiece and
It's-
10,000 diamonds.
Yeah,
All dragons.
Yeah,
hearts
Tar
are
can retire
magical,
pretty
right?
comfy, huh?
yeah. I don't know what you do with a dragon
Screw
heart.
you guys,
on,
I don't
5e.
His pups can use burning
Talking
hands.
dragons are rather on the
Some
line.
walls,
One.
but alright.
Can I eat it? Is that not possible?
Talking
You-
lizards
You
are
can
rather
eat it. I'm gonna have to look up and
Diamonds
see
are
what
kinda
happens or
like
make something
gravel
up. But yeah, you
too,
can eat it.
so-
Are you gonna eat it raw?
I know how to cast
Yeah.
resurrection. By the
Okay,
way.
cool. All right, I'll look it up.
I thought that was a cleric deal. Unless they
Can I do
changed
one
it
more
in
thing
5e.
before you wrap up?
Yeah,
Can I investigate the room? Where?
sure
I know
can.
you have reincarnate.
So did we find the dragon's hoard?
The whole room is
Oh,
separate.
The whole room is the horde. It's being invested. Like you.
Okay.
One person who has to do an investigation roll has like +1.
I did 21.
I have a +9 to that. 12.
I got 21.
I'm gonna go around using burning hands, getting stuff out of the
Yeah.
walls.
So there are diamonds and gold like just in the floor, in the ceiling, in the walls. It's scattered about, but it's all frozen to it. And it takes you another 2 or 3 hours while these guys butcher the dragon. And a couple lair actions later, you need a couple D6s.
Did you ever give me haste back?
Everybody
I
take
don't know.
12 damage total. I mean, you could roll for saves,
yeah,
but
true
if you just take 12
resurrection.
damage, the lair actions are over.
Do you have normal resurrection?
They're lair actions. One was
dodge
jagged ice
ones?
falling from the
Yeah.
ceiling.
I have
and
regenerate.
The other was
So is that like bludgeoning?
piercing. Jagged ice shards fall from the ceiling. Striking everybody underneath. Blah blah blah. Okay, so it's a ranged attack +7 to hit. 13 + 7, that's 20, so it hits everybody but you.
Yeah, I just have reincarnate and regenerate.
Reincarnate is 500 gold worth of diamonds, right?
I have true resurrection.
True resurrection.
25k.
I get
Yeah.
your resurrection roll.
Or 25k worth of diamonds, yeah.
Yeah.
And they have to have been dead for less than 200 years.
Yep.
Anything besides old age.